show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others.
Pacific414 Pop Talk is here. Sit back and relax and join the conversation. We've got Baron Orman Tagge, Cash Money 007, and even Mike too. Pop culture, entertainment, news and reviews. Discussions are had, opinions made. From the panel to the chat, everyone is welcome here. Reactions, watch parties, and special guests. We like to have a good time. Pacific414 Pop Talk is underway. Pull up a seat, we're inviting you to stay. Articles, collectibles, reviews, you say. Baron Cash and Mike bring the fun tonight. Now sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Don't forget to like or comment below. We almost forgot to share out the show. Pacific414 Pop Talk is one of a kind. It's true. It's true. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to your Wednesday edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk, coming to you live on the Pacific414 Blaze channel, the Rumble channel, and the YouTube channel. Along with Baron Orman Tagge, I'm your host, Mike. Cash says he won't be with us today.
You know what? It's a shame because I specifically brought the Forbidden Donut. And I wanted to eat this in front of him. This is probably what.
Oh, nuts.
And this is probably the reason why he didn't show up.
Well, not only that, we've got several articles, and our topic is specifically gaming tonight. But we have, articles here that I would have loved to hear Cash's 2 cents on. This, especially with Microsoft cutting 3,200 jobs, and then you have Sony and their dim-wittery going, "Hey guys, we're gonna stop making physical games. Look at me."
You got it.
I was trying to do my best, Homer Simpson. That's the best I got.
Go!
Oh, yeah, but we're gonna be talking about that. But before we get underway with Sony and their mess and Microsoft and their mess, I do want to bring to everybody's attention, even if you're watching on Rumble and Blaze, that we had somebody come by the YouTube side last night, Phil McCracken, when I was playing Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2, and I was also playing Darktide. And the poor man has been unsubscribed from the YouTube side of things of Pacific414 3 times in the last 3 months. He's tired of being unsubscribed. This isn't the first time it's happened. It's happened other times before, but the poor man is tired of YouTube unsubscribing him from the channel to where he has to resubscribe. And he did let me know, and you can see it in last night's chat, that he's not going to resubscribe. And I don't blame him if it's gotten to a point where he has to keep resubscribing every time it happens. But I am going to ask everybody who is here with us right now, whether it be Greg Hume, Lady Mist, Baron, Tommy, Although I know Wolverine already is, and I know Shane is. But if you're not subscribed and following Pacific414 on Rumble or Blaze, I'm going to get you all the link to those channels. And I'm going to request that you follow those channels. So if for some reason you are unsubscribed from the YouTube side, you can still find me over on the Rumble side or even the Blaze side. Because this has gotten ridiculous. It's happened multiple times before to other people who have been subscribed to the channel. And it does get to a point where someone's going to say, you know, Mike or anybody, I love you, man, but I can't deal with this crap anymore if this platform's going to keep doing this. So I put the Rumble link in there. Here's the Blaze link. And, you know, it's just ridiculous. What are these poor people supposed to do, Baron?
I mean, you're absolutely right. And, you know, I just finished the Forbidden Donut Cash. You missed it. But, you know, lucky, I don't think I've been unsubscribed from Jeff. I've had the opposite. I was going through and I was clearing out channels because the list is way too long. They're not ones I would really watch much anymore. And as I'm going through, it's like, what the hell is this channel? I know I did not sub to this one. I know I did not sub to this one. I don't know. I know I did not sub to that one. And it's like, so I'm having the opposite thing. They're subscribing me to things. And it's like, no wonder why my list has gotten larger. And I don't appreciate it. It's like, if I'm going to sub to something, I'll do it. It's like when you get, you know, you get yourself a brand new phone, right? And they force certain apps on there, like, you know, the Candy Crush and the something Harbor, you know, Gossip Harbor or whatever it is. It's like, no,
Snapchat and all those other apps like TikTok. That was on my new phone when I got it. I'm all delete this app, never going to use this app, don't want this app.
Yeah, these apps are crap. I don't want it. And so I'm getting that with the YouTube, and I don't appreciate it. I really don't. There, I'm going to be the head. I don't appreciate that being forced on me. And then the possibility, maybe I have had stuff unsubscribed. But it's not stuff that actually, yeah, I have had some stuff unsubscribed. Now that I think of it, I did have to resubscribe to some people. But
you've had to resubscribe to me before. I've had to resubscribe to Spock before. Paul, there's a time I was unsubscribed from him. Even Stone Cold Loki, I was unsubscribed from his channel. I had to resubscribe.
And there's no reason why. And it's like, quit subscribing me to stuff and unsubscribing me to stuff. I know what I want.
Yeah.
So stay away.
And I've messaged YouTube about this issue before, where they've unsubbed people from my channel, and it's those people who have let me know, hey, Mike, I just want to let you know, I resubbed to your channel because I was unsubbed by YouTube. I messaged YouTube about it. Yeah, don't do that. It was probably the user who unsubbed because they didn't like your content anymore. Okay.
Yeah, they're the ones that are telling me, or in this case, you, that they were unsubscribed. That they, you know, when you have communications with people and you're bringing this up to people, you know, bringing this up because people are telling you this, that's not the case. And if somebody unsubscribed, well, so be it. And they're doing what I'm doing, you know, cleaning out, and it's like, well, I don't watch that Pacific414. They have that Baron guy on there. You know, just stuff like that.
You don't want to see yourself. That's pretty sad.
Oh, you know, I unsubscribe, you know, to this channel all the time. So just to mess the algorithm.
I even had it where I was unsubscribed from Nerdporial, so I had to resubscribe.
Oh, I just unsubscribed from Brian. He looks too much like Michael Chiklis. Scares me. I'm kidding, Brian. I'm kidding. I have not done that.
And Tommy says, if you're not subscribed to my channel or was on sub, don't bother resubbing. YouTube has had it out for me for 7 years and will never be allowed to keep subs or watches. Oh, I know exactly what you mean, Tommy.
Mm-hmm. I think it's because of the guinea pig.
At one point, and it wasn't that long ago, just a couple weeks ago, I was at 2,092 subscribers. Now I'm at 2,086 subscribers. And it's gone up 2, it's gone down 2. It's gone up 1, gone down 1. It keeps fluctuating.
Yeah. Well, I think it's my boss.
You can't tell me that's people, coming by going, I hate Mike. I'm going to unsub from his channel. No. I mean, if they don't like the content, I understand.
Well,
it's not for everybody.
Well, yeah, but it also brings up the one thing, again, the bots aren't gone.
No,
they are not gone. So how much of this is, bots going around and,
AI. What is YouTube run by anymore? AI. There's hardly a human being actually running the system anymore.
Right. It's the one thing, and it always nervous when I was in radio back in the day, right?
Right.
If the station was on air, you had to have somebody there at all times in case there was a problem with the transmitter, the signal, whatever it might be. Someone had to be there if you're on air. Then they started doing saying that, oh, no, you don't need to have somebody there at all times. At all, and it's like big mistake. Mm-hmm. And the local Patriot station that we had here, or have here, I've noticed they had problems sometimes because, well, no one was there. It'd be like on a weekend and the computer went burp.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who's there? You don't have a connection or at that time. Maybe they do now. I saw their facilities. It was a very impressive facilities, I tell you, but maybe sad I didn't get the job. And also working with their other channel, their business, Patriot 2/business channel. That's where we broadcast our radio program during the final stages for church. So, the guy, I remember the one time the guy wasn't there. I don't know if he went out to get something to eat, fell asleep, banging some girl. I don't know. This is radio, could be all sorts of stuff. And I had maybe about 15, 20 minutes where I was being their broadcaster.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting in a church in the upper balcony overlooking the sanctuary. And it's like, I even gave them the ID, the station ID, because you have to do that within 5 minutes of the top of the hour.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, right there, you should have given me the effing job. Quick on your feet, man. That's, and this is the same way with AI. This is what we're going to get with AI.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to, people are going to say, oh, it's going to get better. Is it though? Look at human beings and bureaucracy.
Well, how is it going to get better when AI is already proven to be faulty, when it's already terminated channels that really should have never been terminated?
Mm-hmm.
I understand there are some channels that were using copyrighted material that probably, were due to have something happen to them, but an all-out termination?
Yeah, I mean,
without even a strike, without even one single warning.
Yeah, I mean, if you're showing copyrighted Warner Brother cartoons, your channel deserves to be flushed down the effing toilet. But if we're not doing that, you're showing stuff that's not copyrighted. You're showing things that are open domain, are just like us, just shooting our mouths off, you and me.
Or playing a game and providing commentary while you play it.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's like, unless of course the game company decides, no, we don't want you doing that.
Oh, I've gotten copyright claims because of music in games. That really irritates me.
Yeah. That's why now some of the games are coming out with streaming mode. For that.
Well, speaking of which, Mouse PI for Hire is one of the games I was getting copyright claims for. And when the game was released, I looked to see if it had a mode so I could actually play the game without getting copyright claims. At the time, it didn't have the mode for copyright-free music.
Right.
So I would play the game, and then shortly after ending the stream, I'd always get a notice, you got a copyright claim because you have this song in this video. It's like, well, it's not my fault until these game developers actually have an option for copyright-free music in their game that won't get you struck down. I have to keep going with that. So the last update that Mouse PI for Hire had, they actually added the feature where I won't get any more copyright claims because the music that's playing is royalty free.
Well, yeah, I mean, when it comes around to me, and when I will get back to gaming, it's like Contraband Police. They have music on there. You can listen to the radio on that game. And, I feel like Art Bell with the dark shirt. And, it's not a cigarette, but east of the Rockies, west of the Rockies. I kind of feel like him. But back to the serious topic. I make my own music to play in the background. And it's like, you can't catch me on that one. It's my shit. I'm not filing a copyright claim on it because it's me. So if I'm going to do a game, I try to go out there and use Suno and make what would be appropriate music for the game to play in the background, so I don't have to use theirs.
Yeah, I mean, even the Pop Talk intro song. Yeah, I made that because I got tired of using the royalty-free music. I wanted to be able to have a song of my own, a theme of my own to play each and every time. So that's why I'm playing at the beginning and now at the end. Because before, at the end, I was using copyright-free music for the end credits. Before I said, enough of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's when I really started getting to it. It's like, well, this is what we always wanted. We wanted to have our own brand on our show. That when you hear something, it's like just like any thing. You hear all of a sudden a theme song. It's that show.
Yeah,
and it will either perk you up or make you turn it off. It depends on what you think of the show. And I didn't want to rely on a copyright-free material. There's a lot of great stuff out there, especially on. What is that called again? I got the mental block, but they have music, they have clips you can use, and I use a lot of clips from there because I'm not that.
Well, there's Pixabay, there's
that's one. There you go. Thank you so much. That's the one I like the most, and I even put stuff on there. I put some of the music I make on there because it's copyright. I like to share, and some people actually like the stuff and downloaded it. It's like, okay, be interesting to see where that shows up. But we can't afford people doing music, sadly. So we have Suno, which again is a great tool for us. And every little project I have, I try to make sure it has its own unique. I mean, going with Cranky Old Fans, the opening and closing credits. It's like, I want to try to get something that conveys that talk show. A little bit more of the later talk shows, later night ones that they used to have out there. And I think it worked. I tried to get a funky beat for Police Simulator. because it's like, oh, trying to get that 70s funky beat, boom, 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 like we
Mhm.
used to have with all the 70s cop shows.
Yep.
And
Or
try
like
to
when we, go to the different cards that we have for Pop Talk. I thought that sounded a little bit 70s when I heard it. And
hmm And even for Contraband Police, I did some music up that sounded Russian,
Mhm.
and it's like it works, with the clips from the game I use in the beginning, and then the music. It's like, dang, I did a pretty damn good job.
It does take a lot of work to get it to sound exactly how you want to sound or a close approximation, because
Right.
even for the Pop Talk thing, it took several tries to get the final version that you hear each and every Sunday and Wednesday now.
hmm I was rather lucky with the Contraband one. I think it was because they do two at a time. Um, so you listen to the one, oh yeah, that's pretty good, whatever. And then the second one goes, you know what? This actually is right on cue,
Yep.
and boom, it goes. It's like sometimes you're that lucky. Sometimes you're that
Sometimes you
lucky. But
get
other times,
sometimes you get lucky, but I was having
yeah.
the kind of luck where you hear it, it starts off good, and then it
Mhm.
messes up one or two words, or it starts messing up all sorts of words. It's like, you stupid
Son
AI
of
generated piece of shit.
Right. And I've had that too. I've had that too with some of the stuff. And so it's like it's amazing. You can be, you get lucky, or sometimes it's that, you're spending an hour or two or whatever to get the right sound. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's happened
and
too.
that's the thing, Tommy. You have people who aren't even in the US per se
Mhm.
claiming your music.
Oh, the Russians were bad at that. The Russians were. You get those copyright claims, and it's like Russia, or sometimes the Ukraine. And it's like, what the hell? It's like, this is not mine. I remember a while back, Eckhart's Ladder, they had a problem. He had a problem because, he was using music that he had written consent to
Mhm.
use. And they zinged him. He even showed this. Hey, look, I have, it was a fight, but it's like, I got permission.
Yep. Yeah, well, you know what? I was watching the YouTube talk one Wednesday, and Loki talked about that,
hmm
where he had the license. He had a copy of the license that granted him permission to use music that he uses for his show,
hmm
and he was getting copyright claims, and he had to do all sorts of stuff to get that straightened out. And
I mean, I'm thankful I haven't gotten one yet on my own stuff, but there's always the future. Because you listen to background music on Contraband Police.
mhm.
I try to make it sound Russian and get that feel. And it's like, so what do you do?
You keep fighting.
Mhm.
You don't
Well,
give up.
that's what happens when you get people. Don't have people there, but sometimes the people are just as much jackasses as the AI. So
True, true. We're all capable of being jackasses,
mhm.
but
That's for you, YouTube.
that is for you, YouTube. And again, if you've noticed that you've been unsub from anybody's channel, you could either resub to their channel, or if they are on another platform like Twitch, Kick, Rumble, or Blaze, follow them over there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's put the blame where it really deserves to go to Google.
mhm.
Fuck you, Google.
You can't rely 100% on AI. You can't. You have to have people there at all times. Keep an eye on the AI system to make sure it's not doing something stupid.
Well, they're there, but they're making sure that ChatGPT and all the others when you ask for
they're
information.
there, but they're braiding their hair, doing their nails.
Oh,
after
no,
they file their nails.
They just got to make sure they have false information that goes out there when you ask a question.
You know, somebody messages them about a question about their channel, this, that, or the other, and they just put in the automated response. There you go. I don't have time to actually respond to you.
No, Facebook's the same way.
I'm playing Tetris.
I was playing Candy Crush and you canceled my stream. What's wrong? But, you know, Facebook is just as bad, too. You know, you see a meme that someone put on there in the first place, right? So it's already out there. It's already in the metaverse, if you want to call that. You know, the Zuckerverse. There we go. And you repost that meme, and then you get struck on something like that. It's like, you can't post for the next 3 days, whatever. And it's like you put in an appeal, and you don't have an option to sit back saying, I got it off of your platform, you morons. No. And then, of course, you try to sit back and say, no, whatever. It's like they still keep it struck. Or if they say, oh, yeah, you're okay. This isn't bad. But they still keep the punishment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Tommy says, I have 4 other platforms. They all suck, too. I mean, I still have my Twitch. I still have my Kick. I don't stream to them because I don't like how those 2 platforms have gone. I really don't. I'm trying Blaze because it's a newer platform, and so far there's been some growth. So that is a positive. Rumble.
And Glenn Beck was crying. He said, if you don't join up, I'm going to cry.
All 4 claimed they would overthrow YouTube and never did. None of them can. None of them can. YouTube is the dominant one. Rumble, Kick, Twitch. I'm not going to say Blaze because Blaze is new. Yep. But YouTube is the dominant one compared to Rumble and Twitch.
You know, it would be absolutely great if we could start our own platform, right? And do it like YouTube used to be. No effort commercials. This is a user-based platform. Yes, there's probably going to be stuff that gets put on there that you don't like. Might be ribald. It might be offensive. As long as they're not going out there and advocating people getting offed and stuff like that. There you go. You know, you can go out there with any crazy story that you want to. You know, that the Third Reich made it to the moon and the moon was hollow. So there's inside the moon, there is this giant National Socialist machine getting ready for an invasion. And all the UFO sightings, them just trying to freak you out. Okay, whatever. Good entertainment.
The wild days of YouTube. I mean, it was fun back in the day. Going to different channels and seeing what outlandish content somebody would put on there, and you know they had no worries.
You could go down a rabbit hole. You would start off with I started off with just for the hell of it, BBC sign-offs, that they had, and it was the one from '97 with Diana's death, and you're going on, and then it's like. Several hours later is how did I get to this? It's something weird and bizarre, but still entertaining. It's like this has no connection to Diana dying, and it's the sign off, because I'm a geek that way. I love watching stuff like that. And hey kids, do you remember when we used to have sign offs and the station would go dark for a few hours a night? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was a rabbit hole. I loved it.
It was. I mean, back in the early days of YouTube, I found this one channel, Dr. Smooth. Tommy might know who I'm talking about, but he did the rude awakening of Optimus Prime, and it's a parody of the return of Optimus Prime using clips from that episode and other episodes, and it's got humor. a lot of humor because, Optimus wakes up and he's asking, "How long have I been gone?" And, everybody's going, "Hey, it's Optimus, Optimus." And then Optimus is surveyed who's there. "Oh, fuck me." Because Blur's there and he's speaking fast and, Bumblebee's been rebuilt into Goldbug. And Optimus says, "And that's who you shall be, Goldbug." And Bumblebee, now Goldbug says, "Oh, I don't know about that." Not wanting the name change and all. and Cup says, "I feel lucky, kid, because at my age, I feel like a piece of shit." That's exactly who you'll be, Cup. Shit piece. Ah. Yeah, I mean, it was funny, and then I found, and now he's a professional voice actor, John Bailey. He did another rude awakening of Optimus Prime, this time using clips from Beast Wars, and with John Bailey providing the voice of Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is a truck, not a poop-slaying monkey. Whoops. It skipped on me. I hate it when StreamYard does that.
I know.
Yes,
well, people in the chat, quit typing.
It's not their fault.
I know it's not. I'm teasing.
A true free speech platform.
Right. Kind of what, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It'd be nice to be able to. I mean, I don't have the money to do something like that, but it'd be great.
Mm-hmm. And Dark Girl says, "I try to be on this side more often." It's like even when I was doing my Rumble Friday streams, which I might get back to doing sometime soon. I was still putting the link here on YouTube in the post section, so people, if they wanted to come over and watch, they could.
Right.
Don't limit yourself to one platform, folks, because you never know when said platforms might say, "You know what, that Pacific414, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I will eliminate him." Or they look at Tommy and they go, "I don't like Tommy. Talks about Transformers too much."
I'm also bigoted against guinea pigs.
Yeah, let's get rid of him. Let's see.
Teasing Tommy.
Wolverine. Yeah, I don't like Wolverine. He doesn't look like Wolverine. He doesn't sound like Wolverine. And he plays Darktide. And so did Pacific last night. Eliminate them both.
Yeah, I need to get back into playing some Darktide. Damn.
Yeah, I ended up buying it on Steam because it was $10 and I didn't feel like renewing my Game Pass subscription.
And from what I understand, El Cashola did too. So
yes, he messaged last night saying, "I bought Darktide."
I picked up the
Are you proud of me, guys?
Actually, I am. Especially if you got it before the sale was over,
Yeah. And I think it's over tomorrow. But again, I saw that it was $10 on Steam, and I had no interest in paying full price on Game Pass just to keep all the stats that I built up.
Sometimes it's fun to start all over again. Sometimes.
Yep.
I had to start all over again too with it. So, and when it is what it is. I picked up the Hive Scum DLC, so I can now play in a different. With everybody else, I'm assuming, but it's Hive Scum.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that and possibly get it while the Steam sale's still going on. Granted, I only have one more day, but I'll look at it after the show and decide how bad do you actually want this.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about the Arbites too. It's like, do I want to be Judge Dredd in Warhammer 40K? Because basically that's what the Arbites are.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Conan, for the Empire. I did that. So
No. It would be more like this. I'll try to do my best.
you know.
Hey,
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, you guys, we're gonna fight for the Emperor. For the Emperor. Yeah.
I wish they had more like novels or such with the Arbites in them. They don't show up much.
They don't like the Arbites.
I like to get the miniatures for that.
Yeah. But
I wish the Conan Exiles was cheaper in the sale.
Yeah,
But,
I would have purchased it if it was cheaper. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I wonder if they're actually going to do King Conan. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think they are, but who knows?
But doing King Conan, I hope they do it, or Conan the King. I mean, I know Cash is like, well, Arnold's so like old. It's like that's the point. He's old. He's got his wife and he's got his kids. If you go with the Marvel Comics continuation of that, but it would work perfectly, and you could basically do the final days of Conan. I think one of the stories is he basically walks off into the wilderness and never seen again. I think it was one of them. I could be wrong.
You know why? You know why? He was taken to the future and he became a Terminator.
Well, first he was Hercules in New York.
Nah. We skip Hercules. We go straight to Terminator. No. He was taken to the future and he became a cop. The kindergarten cop. Put Cookie down now.
Pulls out the Atlantean sword.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. Yeah, that's right. I gotta get my sword. I'll make sure somebody understands that.
The men, I can't do his voice, but the men have the penis so they can hear the lamentation of women.
Here. I'll play the soundbite. All right.
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women.
There we go. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they could cast the kid who was the love child with his maid. The guy is a dead ringer for him. Yeah, why not cast his own kid, Jet? How are you doing?
Isn't it funny that and I'm saying it because in the correct vernacular, his bastard kid with I believe she was she's Mexican. His maid came out like him, but the one he had with Maria Shriver is like me, a blob. And it's like
it's like twins.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, if there's any acting skill in that one kid, boom, hire him. Have the father-son thing. How apropos. I mean, it's not the first time, won't be the last time. I mean, I'd like to see Kurt Russell and his kid together in a movie.
That'd be cool. But I know everybody's waiting for us to get to the article.
Oh, come on. I'm having way too much fun. Come on, people.
I'm having fun, too.
They're asleep anyways. We put them to sleep, so we can keep on going.
Nah, let's go ahead and get into the first article, shall we?
Let's rock and roll, baby.
There we go. Now it's popping up. All right. So this is by Patrick Scanlon of Cosmic Book News. It was posted on the 6th, and it says Xbox Bloodbath. Microsoft cuts 3,200 jobs, dumps 4 studios. All right. So it says here, Microsoft has confirmed the layoffs Xbox insiders spent all summer bracing for. In a memo to staff on Monday, new Xbox CEO Asha Sharma said the company will cut roughly 3,200 jobs across fiscal 2027 and push 4 studios out of its first-party portfolio, calling it the most significant restructure in the platform's history.
Yeah,
About
I think Cash posted that one, or somebody did in the Warrior page, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, a kind of an attractive woman going out there and being savage.
about 1,600 jobs. Oh, come on, Mike, read. About 1,600 of those cuts landed today. The rest will roll over the next 12 months. The reductions are part of a wider round of roughly 4,800 layoffs across Microsoft, with the company's sales organization absorbing much of the rest. Sharma did not bother pretending everything was fine. Really, we
Well,
have
that's good.
a CEO that didn't go, everything's fine, nothing to see here, nothing to see here.
That's going to be the other clip we need to put on when we go over the
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, we do, because we have plenty of room on EB Mooks to add clips, and I got to see which clips are still over there that they haven't deleted.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's one we could use a lot because of enough BS that we get fed when we do these things.
It says, this is an important email I sent today to all employees at Xbox. Team, we are beginning the most significant restructure in Xbox history. After careful consideration, I've made the difficult decision to reduce our team by approximately 3,200 throughout fiscal year 27. This will include, and of course, then in the article it says 4 studios are being cut loose. The clearest sign of the pullback is the studio list. Compulsion Games and Double Fine Productions will spin out as independent studios and keep their IP catalogs and runway for their next games. Ninja Theory and Undead Labs have lined up new ownership with funding to finish and grow Suna and State of Decay 3. I was going to say, wow, I'm surprised they got rid of Undead Labs, considering they're working on State of Decay 3 and some people are doing the early play test. At least they were back in May.
Yeah. What
Together, the 4 studios employ roughly 350 people. In France, Arcane's management is starting the required works council consultation to review its options, a process that can drag on for months under French labor law. Sharma stressed that no announced first-party game is being canceled and that reductions across Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, King, Mojang, and Xbox studios vary in size. See, when you see that many game studios being listed, that tells you that Microsoft owns far too much and that it all needs to be broken up. These monopolies need to be broken up.
Right. You know, it's like, congratulations. This is why we don't want all of it. This, when they sit back and say it's great for jobs, no, it's not. People are going to get fired when you get these mergers and monopolies because they have redundancy up the wazoo. I mean, the companies themselves have too much redundancy because they're stupid. But now they have far too many. It's like, okay.
Look at Disney with Fox. They actually closed down 20th Century Fox Studios.
And think how prestigious that studio was. And I'm not just talking about Star Wars. I'm talking about all throughout, the history of 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, one movie I think of, because I used to watch it, was A Night to Remember. It was about the sinking of the Titanic.
Right.
On that night on April 15th, 1912. But I mean, there's so many other movies, Miracle on 34th Street comes to mind too as a 20th Century Fox movie. Home Alone.
Yep. a very prestigious studio. And
Mhm.
what happened with all these mergers and stuff like that and buying out? Well, again, there goes creativity.
There is none.
Right. There goes
Currently looking at the state of Hollywood, there is none.
right. I mean, each studio had their thumbprint on their what they did. You knew a certain style of movie would come from this studio or that studio. And you don't got that no more.
Yeah,
What do you mean not evenly enforced? They're not enforced. They just chucked it out the window.
and well, that's what I was going to say. Going back to the 20th Century Fox and Disney merger, the FCC should have stepped in and said, "Nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. This isn't going to happen." But they approved it.
Not part of the
and so far, it looks like they're going with Warner Brothers Discovery and Paramount saying, "Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. We don't see anything that we have to bust up here."
Boy, talk about being blind. They're blinded by the money that was given to them. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not necessarily that type of person to say things like that. Yes, I'm a conspiracy
we're seeing
in
it
certain areas, but now we're seeing it, face to face. So it's not a conspiracy theory no more. It's reality.
That's the sad part. It goes on to say Xbox math finally caught up with it. Sharma put hard figures on the problem. Xbox is running that margin she pegged as 3 to 10 times lower than comparable platform and publishing businesses. In a typical year, she wrote, the division lost 64 cents on every dollar it invested in studios it did not ultimately keep. That's the bill for a decade of expansion. Well, that's the problem when you keep buying up studio after studio instead of keeping it small and manageable.
Right.
You don't have to be a business major to know this.
No. And let's be honest, really. They're just buying these to get rid of the competition.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why.
That's what EA did. Buy up studios after studio after studio, and then they had financial problems.
Mm-hmm. And now they're owned by a Saudi company, and we'll be getting Camel Race 2026 out soon.
It says, since 2018, Xbox bought its way into a sprawling studio roster and bet the future on Game Pass and a multi-platform. Everything is an Xbox strategy. By Sharma's own account, those bets created value, but they never grew at the pace Microsoft needed. Meanwhile, the core console business weakened underneath them. Well, what's so great about this latest console generation? Can anybody answer that? Even Steam's own console that they're releasing, you can't upgrade the damn thing, and don't call it a gaming PC when it's not. When, for the amount of money, $2,000 for that thing, you could still get a decent gaming PC. Even in this economy.
That's what a Steam Deck costs?
$2,000.
Holy
for their Steam machine. It's their console. It's their console that they're releasing that people have pre-ordered.
Our computers, Mike, because we got the same ones, were just a little more expensive than that.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And much more value.
Much more value because we can upgrade the graphics card if we ever want to upgrade. Granted, we would probably want to wait for that price to go down, just like with the RAM.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. I want more RAM. I want another, get, video card and all that. But not now. Not now.
I have Darktide at home.
Hey, be nice to Dork Girl. Don't you talk about your woman that way.
For the Emperor!
Dork Girl, you're going to take that.
You know what, Shane? That's what you should say whenever Dork Girl asks you to go out and get something, at the store. For the Emperor! What do you think about that, Dork Girl?
I think we're going to be killed. That's what I think.
I don't know. I think it sounds good. Dork Girl asks Shane to go out to the store for the Emperor.
Yeah, I'm going out for a pack of cigarettes. 20 years later.
They're not the only ones who have tried a console before and it didn't work.
No, a lot of people have.
Amazon tried a console. It didn't work.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah. People love putting computers together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like the old days when people were doing it to cars and modding their cars, or hot rodding the cars, or whatnot. Now it's computers. It's like they put flames on the side of the effing things, and and it's like yeah, I can beat you in speed and RAM.
Well, also the RGB lighting some people like to have on their cases.
Oh yeah, I like the ones that we have. The little woo woo woo.
I don't always have mine on.
Oh, you can turn it off. I don't care about turning it off though. But
I'd turn it off.
Does it annoy you, Mike? Does it?
A little bit. I'll admit it. I didn't buy it so I could, go disco dancing.
No, it's like being at an arcade, man. It's like being at an arcade. Put a little thing on the side.
You're muted, man.
Yeah, it's just muted. I don't know why. I said, put a little thing on the side there where you can, looks like a quarter. You can put a little quarter in and think, hey, I'm going to sit down and play Darktide. Put a quarter in. I'm in an arcade. Woo! Got the colors. Going to play the music. Yeah.
Yeah. Make it like the arcade. Have the coin slot, but make sure it has the Pac-Man sound as you put in the coins.
Oh.
Remember, it used to do that.
Waka, 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 whip. Waka, 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 whip.
Yeah, I know we're dorks of the 80s. Yes, we are.
Hey, when Southdale had Pac-Man Day, I was there. They even took a picture of the area that we're in there. So there's one little figure down there in that's me. And they gave out these Pac-Man hats, and I was a fool. I wore that thing all the time, and it's somewheres, but it's kind of broken and dirty, and it's like, well, if I was smart, but I was a kid and I was proud of Pac-Man. Waka, 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 whip.
Well, they're trying it again, Jet, and they got people who are picking it up. They've already pre-ordered it.
Cash money.
And some of those people think, hey, I'm a PC gamer now. No, you're not. Not when the motherboard's soldered to the machine.
Nope. That's a console. That's just a glorified console. I don't mean to be mean, but that's what it is. And why? I mean, I got an Xbox and 360 and a Xbox One. I haven't played them in years. I mean, literally years. I'm afraid of firing up because how long it's going to take for it to do the update. Because even in the old days, they were always long. You go, hey, I'm going to go down and play a little because I have Space Marine on that one. Or what? I'm going to play some Space Marine or Forza and turn the thing on. We have an update 3 days later.
Hey, Baron, how's that download going? Mike, it's been a year. It's still going.
One eternity later.
I hate RGB lighting. I think it looks gaudy. I know you can turn it off, but I want a machine that just works and doesn't overheat enough. to the point where my energy bill gets jacked up. Well, that's where you have to make sure that it has a good cooling system.
Yeah, we got that water cooling thing, the closed water
Yeah.
cooling or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, heck, I'm feeling my PC right now. It's nice and cool. And I do have things running in the background.
Ooh, she is nice and cold. Oh, yeah. Mine is right there.
Yeah, you've got a point right there, DJ. But again, if I'm gonna play something on PC, I want to make sure that I have a system that can handle it. And from what I've been reading about the Steam machine, it's not going to be able to handle a lot of games.
No. By the way, DJ Ronnie G and his turtles.
And it's turtles.
Nerd.
Noid.
Yeah, you're Noid. I would not. For $2,000? Oh, hell no. Oh
No, it's not worth it.
Mm-mm.
But again, there are
That's
people that are going,
2,000 tacos I could have.
and I'm doing this voice on purpose. Oh my god, I got my coffee latte, and I also got a Steam machine. I'm a PC gamer now. No, you're not. No.
Oh, sound like cash. They're cool.
Yeah, I got my coffee latte, and I've also got my Steam machine. You can call me a pro gamer.
With the
I'm
soy,
a pro gamer.
soy milk in there. Yeah.
Yeah, a soy latte. I got my kale wrapped in my tofu. Oh, and by the way, there are these two goobers on the show called Pacific414 Pop Talk. That's right, I called them goobers.
You know he's gonna watch and go, goobers.
And you deserve it, man.
I do that on purpose because I know he's gonna be lurking somewhere.
Oh yeah. We'll see it in the Discord afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
He'll want. I want to talk to you guys. Here we go.
About what? There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, you know the rules.
When one of us isn't here, we talk about that person. We make fun of that person for not being here.
Yeah, and we're doing it.
That's what Baron and I make sure we're here.
I try not to miss. This is the reason why I'm a loyal co-host. I don't want to be mocked.
He doesn't want to be roasted. and honestly, I try to make sure that I'm here because I don't want the show to be hijacked and become pirate talk. Yarr.
Oh,
Yarr. Mike is out there in his dinghy somewhere.
He's out there playing with his dinghy. Arr.
Yarr. Oh, look, he's made a few friends. They're circling his dinghy. Careful, Mike. They bite.
They nibble at your toes,
Yarr.
then your ankles, and then your knees, and then your thighs. And you want to try to keep them away from your dinghy because they'll go for that.
Yarr. They'll take a big chunk out of it, too.
They'll only take a little chunk out of my dinghy. Not much there.
But getting back to the article. Yeah. It says the subscription.
Did I push it over the wrong track? Okay, back to the article.
The subscription map tells the same story. Xbox raised Game Pass pricing twice in roughly a year, and Chief Strategy Officer Matthew Bell has said the most recent hike cost the service millions of subscribers within months. Yeah, I'm one of them who said, fuck that shit. I ain't paying that. Not even for 3 months, I'm not paying that. Fuck that shit.
Hey, here's my contract. Read between the lines.
Here's my contract.
F you. He's ripping up his contract. Makes me mad. Makes me want to cry. No, it doesn't.
Sharma also pointed to what she called the most severe hardware crisis in the industry's history. A nod to, excuse me, I don't know why I keep coughing. A nod to rising console costs that Xbox still has not answered with a clear next generation plan, because none of them have a plan. Microsoft doesn't have a plan. Sony doesn't have a plan. And don't tell me Nintendo has a plan, because even they're going to be raising prices. So no, that's not a viable plan.
Well,
when you're raising prices on older consoles and older games, older hardware in general, that's not a viable plan.
Well, yeah, their viable plan was going out there, buying out the competition. And now that it's like the dog who catches the car and doesn't know what to do with it.
Or it's like the cat that just plays with the mouse it found or the bird it found.
Mm-hmm. It's like a cat who decides to chase a bird, and that bird happens to be a turkey.
Mm-hmm. Says Xbox is cutting the bureaucracy too. The structural changes are just as brutal. Sparman said some decisions currently pass through as many as 14 layers of management. Really? Really? No wonder these businesses are failing.
To quote our president, they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
You sure you don't want me to try to say it? They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I can do George Bush, but George Bush never said that.
Would it be proud of it? Well, I never said it either.
Well, actually, George Bush did come close to that. When our esteemed socialist senator way back when, by the Paul Wellstone, who's not with us anymore, came up to him and forced a tape into his hand saying, "This is from a town hall meeting. I want you to have that, blah, blah, blah." And he goes away, and George W. Bush, H.W. Bush, I should say, Truth goes, "Yeah, who is that chicken shit?"
Well,
Minnesota.
I certainly never said it. I never did. That's right. I never did.
I just went out there and played cop, and I told her, "Get on your knees, hands behind your back." Yeah.
You've got to ask yourself, what the fuck are you doing? And you got to ask that for you and your country. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, Nixon was known for having a bite.
Well, why do you think I said that? The best version of Nixon I could do.
Yeah, so did LBG. He had a potty mouth too, but his voice is not a memorable one. So
yeah,
twat waffle that he was. Well,
we're waiting.
Trying to do a Ronnie. Well, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. This is a horrible rating. I'm sorry.
Well, hey, mine's not any better. Mine's not any better.
Here we are doing bad.
They really got some bad fucking around strategery. I was trying to do George W.
Yeah, I know you almost said that Texas whatever that he had.
I was trying to get it. I've never been able to get his voice down, but I still try.
Welcome to Bad Impersonations of Presidents.
When the tail outgrows the teeth. How you doing, Lester? And people wonder why games don't get done. Yeah.
No, whenever he shows up, I keep on thinking Lester Dolby because of the name Lester. Whoa! Woo-hoo! Someone came out shooting.
Motherfucking YouTube. I just checked because I gotta jump off and get back to video recording for tomorrow's toy stream. They took my like away on the live stream. Like, yeah, they do that too. They've been doing it increasingly more and more.
Remember when they were doing the Doomcock that one Friday night for his Friday Night Frolics, and you just could. It was like it was ridiculous, just the large amounts of likes that were just disappearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know. Somebody
it was happening here. Oh, but remember when we were doing our watch party of True Grit, we were seeing all these views, but there wasn't hardly anybody in the chat.
Mm-hmm. I think that was a bot attack.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah.
All right, so 14 layers of management. No wonder your company's failing. She wants that cut to no more than 5 and ideally 3. Platform teams. Yeah. Platform teams, she noted, are 40% larger than at the start of the generation, even as playtime has fallen. To centralize control, Sharma promoted longtime Minecraft leader Helen Shane to Xbox's first ever chief operating officer with end-to-end profit and loss responsibility across content, hardware, platform, and services. And let's see. Anyways, I hope you all have an excellent night. Later, guys.
Be excellent.
Tommy, you have a good night and you have a good toy stream tomorrow, brother.
Woo, toys. I like toys.
I like toys too, especially.
My name is Optimus Prime. We are autonomous robotic organisms from the planet Cybertron, but you can call us Autobots for short.
No.
Yeah.
Pretty short.
Yes. All right. So it says Dave McCarthy is retiring after 17 years. Mojang and King, now the division's biggest studios by monthly active players, will report directly to Sharma. That last move says a lot. Excuse me. According to reporting from variety sources, Xbox has been leaning on Minecraft as a funding source for the studios, while Mojang itself was starved for growth money. The company now plans to redirect investment toward Minecraft and a long-dormant Elder Scrolls, which has not shipped a new mainline entry since 2011. Geez, 15 years? It's time to get to it. And let's see. And Lady Mrs. Say to Tommy, take care. Treat that as insider tier detail rather than confirmed strategy, but it fits the larger picture. Xbox is retreating to the safest, highest margin franchises it has left. Microsoft says AI isn't replacing the jobs. I call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
With the way everything else is going in the tech industry, I call bullshit on that.
Mm-hmm. I wish to say that that's not the case, but I'm not an idiot.
Microsoft Chief People Officer Amy Coleman told staff the eliminated roles are not being replaced by AI, while adding that AI is changing how work gets done and that employees will need to keep adapting. Yes, AI is replacing your jobs, folks. Read between the lines.
What's even worse is AI is probably going to be the one that hands out the pink slip.
Yeah. You're not wrong. And Shane says the bubble is popped. Gaming has got too expensive for their sloppy development and lazy writing. Yeah, it has.
And let's not forget them trying to push agendas.
Just like Hollywood.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just not even the lazy stuff. It's like the Odyssey. It's like, oh, I got to make sure I put all this crap in so I can be nominated for an Oscar, because that's what they say I have to do now. Instead of being creative.
Think about two games, and I'm just talking about the gaming industry in a whole, not just Xbox, PlayStation, or even Nintendo. I'm talking about the industry in a whole. Think about Concord and Highguard. Two games that they were trying to push, and those games didn't last long. They were canceled within 3 months, practically, of their release.
I thought there were hits. I thought there were giant hits.
No. No. No, I hate it when it skips.
Oh. Skip.
Those who remember entertaining games will go wherever they need to get it. Well, they'll do what I do. They'll do what a lot of people do. They'll go through their library of the games that they already have and say, I'm going to play this, I'm going to play that, do this, do that. And not just for streaming, just for the heck of it.
Or they'll go independent games too. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, it doesn't have the robust, almost photographic graphics that these other games have, but they're done better. You know, I'd rather watch an old episode of Doctor Who with the cardboard sets back then than the Doctor Who they have today with all the flash glam and bullshit.
And you know, doctors who just are looking and they have that look like, okay, the wheels are turning, but I can see smoke coming out.
Was it Jodie Whittaker?
Yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
Or Nakuti got one. Or David Tennant coming back.
Yeah. Oh, let's not forget the penis.
And how are you doing, Tim?
Tim. Yeah. Hey, you know, My Mother the Car really wasn't that bad. I get a hoot out of it.
Some who call me Tim.
I think the big problem with My Mother the Car was it came at a time when that surrealistic comedy was going down. You know, it was just kind of coming in at the wrong time. You know, Avery Brooks was great in that show, and you know, poor Jerry Van Dyke, he was doing it. I thought he did a good job in that one. It was just silly. What, Ann Southern, I believe, was the voice of the car. I could be wrong. But I thought that was a good show. I mean, I'm not saying it was great. I think it's very watchable, and I got a hoot out, you know, when seeing it in reruns. So.
Yeah.
And the car that he has never existed either. That's the funny thing.
It's just a car that they made for the show.
Right. They made it out of parts or did parts of the actual brand, but the model never existed. So yeah, I think that was done intentional.
Yeah. It says the framing will not comfort anyone who just lost a job. It also lands awkwardly for a company that has spent the past 2 years selling AI as a productivity multiplier. This is the second brutal summer in a row for Xbox, which cut around 9,000 jobs in July of 2025. Yeah, we did cover that last year. It is also the first major test for Sharma, who took over in February after Phil Spencer ended a 12-year run atop the division. Sharma closed by insisting Xbox will return to growth in 2027 and warning that plenty of companies have mistaken their own staying power for a guarantee. The pitch is a bigger future. The evidence on the page is 3,200 people paying for strategy goals made above them. Yeah, it's always the people that are actually working,
right,
that end up paying the price, while the higher ups still get their cushy bonuses and their vacations. And
that's why I always said, if you're going to start cutting people, the first place you go is middle management. And that's where you get rid of all these other steps that, well, you can't. Yeah, Love American Style was a good show. Remember, that's where Happy Days came from. But you know, that threw me off. Dang you. Dang you, Tim. I said something profound. I was going to say something profound. I ruined it. But yeah, well, I got a lot of those. But, you know, in some ways, though, I do really appreciate this lady that took over. Because she wasn't sugarcoating anything. She wasn't, you know, like they said, she wasn't pretending everything is good. You know, she's saying things that these a-holes in companies would never do because they can't. Oh, middle management, yeah, middle. Thank you, Tim. You redeemed yourself. I take that dang you back. But yeah, that's the place that they need to go though. Get rid of that's the first place they hit, and then they go. Then maybe upper, but some of the creative needs to go too because some of those creatives are horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, and you find the ones that are your DEI hires, the ones that just sit around by the ping pong table, eating their ho-hos, and that's their contribution to everything. And just shouting at things occasionally. Make sure it's lame gay and put a chick in it. But this lady at least is not sugarcoating the situation, and I appreciate that. I really do. Now let's see what she's actually going to do. She's given a really hard job now. She's got to clean up the mess the other schmuck did, and other schmucks did. The ones before. And I don't know if she went in there with the Elon mentality. I'm coming in here, I'm going to do the job, you leave me alone. Type of attitude. She's going Doge on it. And let's face it does need to have a Doge job because of, again, their stupidity of buying up all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And having this huge mess. It's like, take the niggles and just toss them all over the place. Some are, some are already halfway built, some broke, whatever. Now she's got to make sure they get it all put together, or in some cases, okay, this goes back in the box. It's not going to be an easy job for her. So, yeah, amazing. I'm going to say praise about somebody. But like I said, so far I'm impressed. Now, let's see how she actually goes and does stuff. Damn it, I'm starting to look like Alan Moore. Should I go crazy like Alan Moore?
No, please don't.
Paint my nails and stuff.
No.
There we go. There's my Alan Moore.
It'd be like, Baron, you here? Hello, Earth to Baron. Come in, Baron.
No, I'm Alan Moore. And
I
I hate everything they made movies of my work. I'm giving all the money to the Comic Book Defense Fund. I don't want you to watch any movies that were made from my comics.
Oh, great. Baron's gone back to the mothership. You're muted again.
Yeah, what the F? Okay, yeah, I know. I heard it in my earphones. For some reason, my computer was disconnecting me. It actually isn't a StreamYard thing.
That's weird.
Ground control. Yeah. That cigar was really a blunt, man. Yeah.
But
I hear colors.
But I know they were talking about the jobs that they've already cut this year. They're going to be cutting jobs next year, of course, for that 3,200. But what if it turns out to be more?
Oh, it will be. They're hurt, and they're wanting to put prices up on the games. They're not going to get. It's like, oh, game sales are down. Oh, well, haven't you thought maybe the prices? Lower them? Hey, don't speak in of Afghanistan, comrade. Afghanistan is good nation. Good nation. We have safe cigarettes and cold vodka.
Yes. Afghanistan. Yeah, you've been neglecting your border guard duties lately, buddy.
Yeah, I have been. I get back in there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go and do the actual, instead of the free one, actually go through the campaign and see how that goes.
All right.
It means starting off fresh again.
Attention of profit margins versus sales volume. But yeah, I think this is just my opinion. But because of all these job cuts, especially in the last couple of years,
Mhm.
these game companies, not just Microsoft, but others, are hurting more than they want to let on.
Right. And the ones that are actually taking off are your independent ones. Playway being one of them. That's I think Playway is the one that has Contraband Police amongst others. But you see the popularity also of Police Simulator out there, and they have the new Border Patrol expansion for that. And they keep on expanding. And all of a sudden, you open the game, and it's like, hey, they added a bunch of stuff. Wow. And this is a quote unquote complete game, and they're not doing it as a DLC. It's like, boom, there it is. They just did that with Tabletop Game Store Simulator.
Nice.
Where they were doing fantasy stuff, and then boom, they put the science fiction stuff. It basically knockoffs of GW they're kind of doing. So so it's like, oh wow, and then adding more and more and that's so nice. It's nice to see those surprises that these companies are doing, and I can see why. If they keep doing it, word of mouth goes out there that keeps on improving and new stuff. People are going to get interested and want to be part of it. They don't think they're going to be screwed over. Car Dealer Simulator, the same effing thing. I mean, yeah, they do have a DLC out now where you go into body shops and start making more hot rod type cars.
Yeah.
But even on the main base game, they're adding more and more. New car types coming in. The stuff like that. It's like it's like wow, and it's not. You don't have to pay for it except for the one DLC, which is understandable.
Well, you know what, good buddy? You're mentioning those games, but I did at one point play American Truck Driver Simulator, driving a semi truck all across the country. Good buddy.
Driving old Optimists around, huh?
What's your 10-4, good buddy? I know it's 10-20. I'm just trying to be funny.
Yeah,
I'm trying to give people.
It's like, what the hell? Don't you speak CB?
Do you speak CB? That's a 10-20, good buddy.
Hey, Brick 19. This is the Fat Baron traveling along here. I just want to warn all my convoy buddies that there's a bear in the air. He's sneaking around. So keep it to the double knuckle so you don't get no slips.
Hey, this is 414. What's your 10-20, good buddy?
I'm down here by the Mustang Ranch here in Nevada. Just gonna go out and get a drink.
Just want to let you know that there's a strange looking cat going down the road. He's got a large tread. You might need to make an alternate route. He looks a little shady.
Oh God, truck drivers need to make sure they still have CBs in their rigs, and a lot don't, because I got my phone. What do I need it for?
My dad had a CB radio in his truck and a CB radio in his boat. And he did use it when we would go to the Sierras or he'd go to other places so he could talk to the truckers.
Exactly. I had my friends, they had a base unit, and we'd listen to whoever was nearby. And yeah, it was fun doing the CB thing. I'm almost tempted to get one now. Maybe I should go through the school and get a shortwave.
I mean,
even though that's dying.
I'm not gonna say his actual call sign, but that because it was actually part of our last name. But he would get on there and say, "This is Grizzly Bear," and if he heard somebody that he knew, this is Grizzly Bear calling. I'll say, "Top Hat, how you doing, buddy?" Hey man, what you been up to? Where are you going?
That stuff is, that stuff was fun, man. That stuff was
It-
fun.
It was fun listening to. I never got onto the CB unless it was one of my dad's friends that I actually knew,
Hmm.
but I didn't like to get on there that much.
Oh, it's like YouTube. The YouTube of its day. For
It
truckers.
was.
I'm going to give you a conspiracy theory right now as I'm traveling along because I'm going by here in Nevada by a little place called Area 51, and I tell you, there's some strange things up out in the air there, and they ain't no bears.
But let's go ahead and get into our next story before we lose everybody.
Oh, they're gone. Is this about CBs?
No, good buddy. This ain't about CBs.
Dang. By the
Ain't
way,
about
who's
CBs
funny?
at all. Sony keeps making dumb decisions. They won't make any more single-player games for PC because they don't like people modding their games.
Well, first, they were going for downfall when Sony hired Ryan Seacrest to do Wheel of Fortune. But, the thing that, read the article. I'll hold off because, you were saying about the modding. So.
Yeah. All right. So this is by Nicole Stewart from Bounding in the Comics. And it says Sony will end physical disc production for new games in 2028.
No, she's getting better. Let's see how this story goes.
Mm-hmm. This was posted on July 1st. And it says Grand Theft Auto 6 is one of the biggest releases this year, but even it's getting hit with backlash over its physical pre-order option. That's right, folks. If you haven't heard, you can pre-order the physical copy of Grand Theft Auto 6, but you're not going to get a disc in there. You're going to get the code to download the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's if it ever comes out.
Yeah. But even it's getting hit with backlash over its physical pre-order option that won't include a disc. Just a code. That's right, folks. Just a code. Just a code and only a code. You want a disc? You ain't getting a disc.
But I like discs. I like the AOL ones they always sent. They made nice coasters.
I don't have my camera on right now, but I was going to grab one of my discs that I have next to me. Because I still like having the physical disc, whether it be games, whether it be movies.
Mm-hmm.
I still have disc for my PC. I have an external drive so I can use those discs. But I hold on to my physical media. Why? Because it's not always going to be available on streaming. But it says just a code, and now it's been announced that Sony will end physical disc production for all new games in 2028. Is this the end of physical media? And Lady Miss says, oops, I hated that it skips. Says, me too. Yeah. I'm not getting rid of any of my physical media.
No, it'd be foolish to do so.
Most of us are proud of our collections of physical media, whether it's books, comics, games, movies, or CDs. All the above. Having a physical collection that allows us to consume media at any point is amazing. But it's also becoming a luxury, and soon it's going to be extremely rare. In a recent blog post on their official website, PlayStation confirms that the production of physical discs will be ending as of January 2028. Goes on to say, in response to shifting trends and consumer preference, new games will be released on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. Whose preference? Who have you asked? You haven't asked me. Did you
Not
ask
me.
Baron? Did you guys ask Lady Mist?
Yeah.
Did you guys ask Shane?
Oh, he's all
Did you
for it.
guys ask Tim? Did you guys ask Lester? How about asking? I gotta scroll up to him.
Just
Tommy.
start.
Did you guys ask Tommy? Oh, I'm doing it the hard way.
Okay, do it the hard way.
Did you guys ask DJ?
His turtles want it. Well,
Did you guys ask Jet Sparks? Don't think so. Don't think so. Did you guys ask Dork Girl? Huh? Did
and
you guys ask Wolvie? Huh? Did you guys Greg Hume? Don't think you did. Don't think you did. Did you ask any of our lurkers? Huh? Did you ask a crazy Norwegian?
oh yeah, don't you know?
I don't think they asked Jace. I don't think they asked him at all.
No, I don't ask him anything.
Did you guys ask the Pat of Wannabe about getting rid of physical disc? Huh? DJ says he stopped at PS3. I'm fine with Steam's digital market. I understand that because for us PC gamers, that's the only way we can get our games. But still, or any of us asked, any of us, not just any of us here on this show. I'm talking about any of us.
Mhm.
He
Right.
says, "I'm a damn collector." Damn right, we're a collector. We're all collectors. We also have our VHSs, CDs, books, physical games, and I have physical games that, for me, go back to the NES.
I got physical games that go back to 2600.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't say that because I never had an Atari 2600.
Oh, I feel sorry for you, man.
But I had neighbors who did, so I would go over to their house and play, and Pac-Man still sucks.
It sucked. Bonk, 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 bonk. Now, that's what it sounded like, folks. It's bonk, 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 bonk. For some reason, though, my dad loved that game. And he would play it endlessly. And especially when my console, my game was in my room with my TV and it's late at night and I'm wanting to get some sleep and he's playing it. And it's like, can you please get the hell out of here?
You see, I had the opposite problem. My parents, for reasons, put my NES in their room. So when they came in and they wanted to go to bed, I had to leave.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. There was no hanky panky, just playing the video game. That's what it was.
My dad would play Top Gun.
Okay, I believe it.
Or Dunk Cut. And whenever the dog would laugh at him, sorry, piece of shit dog. And, he put the light gun and pretended he was shooting the dog. And I'd look at him like, you do know that doesn't work.
Yeah, too bad, huh? It'd been great.
Or because it was the Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, it also had the clay game too on Duck Hunt. So he would be playing that too.
That's right. Yeah, they had the
But DJ says, oh yeah. DJ says, I'd like to better understand how backing it up works, but I'm pretty sure Steam games work regardless of where it's stored. And
you mean to tell me that our science advisor doesn't know that? I'm shocked.
it's not like DRM with DVR recordings. And of course, Lady Miss is saying hello to our science advisor.
Because she's sweet.
And nobody's saying ask for a new console to not have an optical drive. When I bought my PS5, I didn't want the digital only one. I wanted the one that had disc drive because I still had PlayStation 4 games I wanted to finish.
Right.
So my thought process at the time, and this was 3 years ago when I bought my PS5, was buy it so I can still play the PS4 games I need to finish. And there's still plenty I need to finish, which I'll probably stream at some point. But also buy it because I wanted to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I wanted to play Stellar Blade, of course. You know, MLB The Show, I still wanted to be able to play that. You know, I had it to play Rise of the Ronin. So, and soon I'm going to be using it to play God of War, the 2018 version of the game that came out for the PS4.
Ooh.
You know, the one where Kratos goes, "Get over here, boy. What are you doing, boy?" "You're weak, boy. You need to eat some meat. You need to pump some iron, boy." You know, Dad of War.
Dad of War.
I collect souls. Oh, great! He's the Grim Reaper.
Either that, he's Elric with his mighty sword Stormbringer.
I thought Microsoft at one point said they were going to discontinue physical games. Thought they had already said. Well, let's see. But if they are smart, keep physical, and they win.
Yep. Yeah, in a heartbeat.
And you also have GOG, yeah. G2A, CD keys. Even the Epic Game stores. I mean, at least with Epic Games, they do offer free games on Thursdays.
Yes, they do. And I'm just checking something here. I just fire it up. And get there before this Thursday's out. You got to get Harlan Ellison's I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream for free.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Keep the memory of Harlan Ellison alive, people. Alive, I tell you.
I already claimed my copy.
I claim my copy. I was
Mine. My precious. My precious.
I was this close to getting it on Steam because it was down to like $2.99. It's like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's normally like $9.99. It's not an expensive game. I thought, I'm gonna get it. Oh, it's on Epic. Never mind.
Baron, he was also my precious.
Mm-hmm.
But they are doing a lot of layoffs. Yeah, we just read that story too, brother.
Yeah.
Let's see. JetSpark says, back in the day, we had over 40 original Xbox games, but of course, my dad being the type of person to always want to be excited about upgrading, got rid of all the new old stuff, favor of the new.
Well, no, that's not. You keep. Never mind.
And DJ says DVR recordings can be really pesky. And JetSpark says, I don't want to let go of all those amazing games for the console. Yeah, as long as the console still works and, the disk drive can still read the games, hold on to it. That's how I was able to play War for Cybertron.
Mm-hmm. Now you got me wanting to fire up either the one or the 360 because I do. I gotta find the games first, but I had one with the old arcades.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I mean, and say that.
And here's my suggestion: if you want to stream, get a cheap external capture card.
That could be fun. Yeah, I could have it in here hooked up. Yeah. That'd be cool.
And Jay says most games I love and want, I have physical. Yeah, same here. Same here. Because a few weeks ago, our Target in our area was having a sale. I know it was all of Target was having a sale on some PlayStation games, and they had God of War Ragnarok on sale for $30 as opposed to $70. So I went, okay, I'm gonna see if they have it, and I'm gonna pick it up. Well, I went into the store myself. I couldn't find it. So then I went on to the app, and I said, fine, I'll have one of them find it, because they got to be hiding it somewhere.
Hiding.
And Pat Wannabe says, I love the Xbox Live old gold games, 2 or 3 free games every month. Yeah. Even PlayStation Plus was a pretty good deal in the beginning. And Jay says he'll never give up physical media, happening more and more to films and series. That's why I have my main peeps I buy it from with movies and shows with some damn good art on them. I mean, that's why I still have all the Star Trek series that I care about on DVD and Blu-ray.
Right. I should get a bunch of the start getting those on physical. I'm ashamed.
What you should do is wait till Amazon has a good sale again, because you can usually find Deep Space Nine, Next Generation, and Voyager for around $50 to $60, depending on the sale.
You know, the thing is,
for the whole series.
Yeah, the whole series, yeah. And I just have a hard time getting Voyager because I know I probably would not even open the packaging on that one. But yeah, DS9, Next Generation, definitely in the original series. And the animated. The animated.
They're coming out with a 60th anniversary release of the original series on Blu-ray, but some people are upset that they're not upscaling it to 4K.
And they don't have the option to watch the old, the original.
Yeah, I have the Blu-rays, although it's hard to get them to transfer. I've tried it, but I have the Blu-rays that come with the original and the remastered version of the episodes.
And see, I don't mind that. If you have a option to watch both, say I want to see the upgrade now. Boom, no problem. Or I want to see how it originally was. Boom. And I'm really hoping that they do that with the original Star Wars trilogy. Now that we're going to be having the original Star Wars. Yeah. Not A New Hope.
Coming out in February. The original theatrical cut. At least that's what they're saying. What I, and several other people out there, several people in the chat, will be able to say, nope, this isn't the original.
Oh,
nope.
You know it.
Nope.
See, I do have the original cut of Empire and Star Wars. When they had the double disc. Unfortunately, I never got the Return of the Jedi, which in some ways bothers me because I don't like the redone Jabba scene with the singers, and I want Yub Nub at the end.
Yub Nub.
Da 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 da. And I want to.
You're muted again.
Yeah, I know. I just saw it happen and heard it. But and Sebastian Shaw as the Force Ghost of Anakin, not Hayden Christensen.
Yep. And it just says, but unfortunately, we did get rid of all the original Xbox games and the console in favor of this 360. Then eventually, we did the same initially, but kept the console, and I still have. And that's unfortunate, Jet, because you could have still played your original Xbox games on the 360.
Amen. Yep.
See, where Sony failed when it came to the PlayStation 4 being backwards compatible with PlayStation 3 games, Microsoft still made sure that you could play your Xbox One games on the 360 and then the 360 games on the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, did you guys see that Sony did start deleting comments and deleting notes on X? No, I didn't. I know they started deleting people's content as far as movies that they purchased, proving once again you don't actually own the movie, even though you forked over money to buy it. I think if they're deleting that content, and this goes for Amazon or any online digital retailer that ends up deleting the movies that you have on their service, then refund our money.
Right. But it's like Bezos said, you don't own them. And at least he's honest about it. He went out there and said, yeah, you don't own these movies that you get. They're still ours. We're just letting you watch them. And if anytime we want to or change them or whatnot, tough luck.
Mm-hmm. And Jet says, I got Mass Effect Legendary Edition for $20 on PS4. I still have the launch model one. Only problem is it's just falling apart and the electrostatic eject button broke off and it doesn't work. Yeah. That happens over the years. Even when you try to take care of your systems, depending on the environment that they're in, things get corroded.
Mm-hmm.
And Lester says it'll be interesting to see if the retail landscape will change. It definitely will change. What's a store like Best Buy, who already got rid of physical media as far as movies are concerned, going to do?
Exactly.
Walmart's, Target's, any of the retailers that are still around that still sell games.
Mm-hmm.
Best Buy, made that mistake when they got rid of the physical movies.
Yep.
And yeah, they are shooting themselves in the foot more and more.
Mm-hmm.
But getting back to this article, let's see. In response to shifting trends and consumer preference, although they didn't ask any of us, new games will be released on PlayStation Store and retailers in digital formats only. When they mention digital format, it's most likely just going to be codes. Yes, Nicole, that's exactly what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So buying the physical box has no real point, but they're still going to charge you that $70 because they had to put it in the case. Mm-hmm. Even though there's no disc that they manufactured in that case, they're still going to charge you $70. That's another thing that you have to take into account, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. There may not be a physical disc, but they're still going to charge you $70, $80 to $100 for a game.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, exactly.
And you can't convince me that they're not going to charge you that much, because these companies have proven they're greedy. When you see prices for Xbox games and peripherals and consoles going up, when you see prices for the games and peripherals and consoles for PlayStation going up, Nintendo this September, their prices are going up. But yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, everything that they promised wouldn't happen, they lied about.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when they had the stories on the news in all this, and they're saying this is so great because there's not going to be any, having to make the discs, package the discs, ship the discs. Then you get to the location, and it was like all the cost that's involved with it. Don't worry, you don't have to worry about it. The games will be cheaper.
Mm-hmm. And
Write
that's a
anymore,
good question. Yeah. And that's a good question there, Lester. What are the retro shops going to charge? And, getting to Steam. Why is it, Baron, and anyone else who uses Steam to purchase their games, why do we have to pay $70 for a game when there's no overhead as far as the manufacturer of a disc and the packaging it comes in?
Right. It's just
all we're getting is a digital download. That's all we're getting.
Right. It's just electricity, and electricity is not going to cost that much.
No.
They just zap it over the Steam, and then Steam zaps it to you. Boom.
And Jay says if buying isn't owning, piracy isn't stealing. Oh, they'll still go after people for piracy. You know they will.
But it's only going to influence people going and sailing the high seas. Even more so. I mean, we had it bad back in the 80s. If you knew the right people, you could get copies of games for free or, cheap, right? And that was that. We were sailing the high seas back then with actual physical media, because it'd be on your disc. That kind of went down, as things were going. Now it's going to go. I mean, there's going to be a lot of ships out there in the high seas now. Whether it's going to be movies, games, music.
And I can't speak for everybody, but for those of you who probably did, just like myself, going over to a friend's house. Your friend has the same console you do, but they don't have the game that you have. So what do? You grab the game, take it over to a friend's house with you, and you play it.
Yeah.
And you can't do that with a digital release.
No. No. Not in a heartbeat. Not unless you're going to be able to transfer back and forth. But then again, we start going, you mateys.
Yeah. And Jed, I'm glad you were able to pick up Johnny Quest and SWAT Cats.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about SWAT Cats. Oh.
And he also got an old book that's technically canon to the original Independence Day movie called War in the Desert, and it came out shortly after the movie, like 1997.
Yeah, they did stuff like that. You'd you have the movie, and all of a sudden, boom, there'd be one or
a tie-in book. Yeah,
right. They did that also with Stargate. There was like about 3 or 4 books that came out, completely different direction than what SG-1 was, because SG-1 came out a lot later than that. So yeah, they're hoping
like for Star Trek Generations, you read the Generations book, and it's not 100% like the movie. There are parts in the book that include characters like Uhura, Spock, Sulu, and McCoy.
Well, yeah,
and I know they're based off the early drafts of the script. I get that.
Right, and it actually fills out more. I mean, the Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan novelization actually has the scene where Sulu is commenting about or getting congratulated on getting the Excel share. I believe they also hit the topic that Savick is half Romulan, which was very important. Star Trek 3, they added things in the novelization. Star Trek 4, the novelization expanded on the garbage men a little bit more that we saw in the beginning when the bounty came in for a landing all cloaked. And the one guy is, I think it was supposed to be the character that Eddie Murphy was going to be in if
Mhm.
they had Eddie Murphy. So it kind of brought that in along with the fact that you had what's her name from the Cetacean Institute, um, and that's fun.
Yep.
Gene Roddenberry, even with the Star Trek the Motion Picture novelization, he had something where Kirk saw everything that was happening with V'ger
Mhm.
uh, before he got to the Enterprise, but was something that was implanted inside of him that was projected into him.
Interesting.
Yeah, read the novelization if you can find it of and it. I always thought that was like, oh yeah, Alan Dean Foster.
I've only seen it once, and that's because a friend had borrowed it from the school, our high school's library. They had it
Oh,
in there.
and I have it in my collection. I hope I still have it in my collection. It'd be a shame if I didn't. But yeah, and I always thought that was ghost written by Alan Dean Foster because
Mhm.
he did that. He did Star Wars novelization and a few others. Where they throw George Lucas's or Steven Spielberg's name on it. But no, it was actually written by Gene himself. So he was the one that named the Katinga class for the D7. So that's straight from the great bird himself. Reading those novelizations are great. Even like the Star Wars novelization, because of course it was an earlier draft. You have a lot more things going on in there, and
Mhm.
going to the Tashi station to get some power converters. That was in there. Scenes that were shot but uh, never put in the film. Even the comics, same thing.
Mhm.
I
And
mean, I believe
Gary,
the. Hmm?
I just
Oh,
want to say hello to Gary over in Rumble. Good to see you, man.
I get. Hmm? It's like Star Trek: The Motion Picture when the V'ger light beam thing came onto the bridge. Actually, a couple of security guards took a shot at it with phasers, and I think they got zapped.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't in the movie, but it was in the comic book.
I don't want to be says company model. Buy digital, so we don't have to tell you it's your fault. You didn't buy digital. And Just Spark says Xbox 360 had limited backwards compatibility. I realize that, but some of those Xbox games would have worked on 360.
Yep. And and we're focusing on the games. The one important thing too that really worries me is all these people going and getting digital books and digital comics. And you're sitting there reading a book, and then the next day you open it up and things have changed. You're reading Ian
Mm-hmm.
Fleming's James Bond book, and all of a sudden everything's changed. Are you reading Mark Twain's Huckleberry Finn or Tom Sawyer, and all of a sudden
Oh,
things have been changed,
this line is offensive. We got to change it.
which they were screaming about? It's like, they're already doing it in hard print, but you can still go get the older books and read for 007. But if you're going all digital, you don't have a choice. You're reading a comic book, and all of a sudden, comic frames change because something they needed to whatever some BS. You take a look at the dictionary online, right? And they're being changed. They're changing meaning of words. Where it used to be when you were at Oxford or the other ones, any of the other ones out there that were doing dictionaries, you would
Mm-hmm.
have long debates over the meaning of the word and so on. But now it's easier to co-op. You just go in there and change it, and then someone goes in there and they see it's in here. It's always been that way. No, let me grab my monster that I have here. Oh, it's behind the user. No, the thing is literally that thick dictionary I have over there. And that's only one. I got others that are like that, they'll throw your back out, kid. And it's like, okay, let's take a look.
Oh, the thick history books, the language arts books, man. Remember lugging those in junior high and high school? I wish I was able to keep some of mine because I would love to compare, especially the history books, compare what's in our history books as to what's in the history books now.
Well, just a moment here. Let me, because I'm cleaning up my dad's place with books and taking the ones I want. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Duchess. I forgot you were in here. Oh, don't look at me that way. I almost stepped on Duchess or brushed against her. You can come back now. Come on. Eat your noms. That's the problem with having a green screen. Sometimes it's... Okay, so I'm going to just show. So let's take a look here. Here is one of my dictionaries. Oh, let's turn this damn thing off back here.
Here, I'm going to help you out too. I'm going to change a couple of settings and.
Oh, you are? Oh, that's nice of you. Okay, so none. So see, you get to see the green blob behind me. If I do it this way, you can see my books.
Here. Here.
Yeah, it's a little beat up.
Well, it's been used.
Yeah. The Living Webster Encyclopedia Dictionary of the English Language. And I got a few different ones like this, but I mean, I don't know if that shows up. Look at that. Look how small the writing is. All the columns. I mean, going through specifically what the meaning of words are. They even got some nice little drawings in here. I'm trying to get a page count here. How about Jimmy Crickets?
I mean, I remember looking through those books in elementary school, junior high, and high school, and having to look and it's like, come on. Lift the books, you little puny bastard. I'm lifted. Quit crying.
I would say this thing is, from what I can tell, because there's additional stuff in the back, about 1,300 pages.
Yeah.
Maybe 14. This is something from 1973. That just... Oh, God. This is even bigger and heavier.
Yeah, that's right. Come on, Baron. Don't complain. Come on, fill the van.
1973, the volume library. Look how huge that mother is.
Yeah.
And, you had all these different topics. I used to pour through this all the time. I didn't realize how old it was until I looked at the copyright date. But, you got that. Oh, God. I can't hold it for long.
Oh, come on. You puny. You little girly man. Come on. Do it.
But yeah, I mean, how did I learn?
Stop crying.
How did I learn things? These things. Please.
Yeah.
Constantly. Oh, Ollie Otter fell down. Poor Ollie. But yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. And so everyone's going to something. These can't be changed.
Nope. I still have old encyclopedias. They were my parents'.
Yeah.
And I used it when I was going through school.
Right. That was our Wikipedia.
Yeah. I remember one of my teachers said, Mike, where did you get this information? I hadn't seen this information in a long time. I said, my parents' encyclopedia.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean, another piece of, let me turn this off again. Oh, you're making me kill myself.
Here, I minimized you.
Jeez, he's so afraid to be on camera. So afraid that Cassie's going to be jealous when he watches the stream on replay.
All right. Hey, hold on.
I mean, right there.
Oh,
I mean, I know it's old, but you know what this is now? A history book.
mm-hmm.
You can
History
see
of the
what
world.
the orders were. This is copyrighted. Damn it, it's in Latin. Roman numerals. MCMLV. I think 1950s. I mean, those are
Yeah,
just
that
some
would
of
be
the.
that would be 1950.
Mhm.
If I remember correctly, and let me just double check myself. Let's see.
Right, and not only that, I got more of these that are older ones. Why? I love looking at maps, and like I said, this is now a history book map. You know, I can go through and see. Oh, there's. Oh, I wonder what that is. Huh. But I love looking at them.
Yeah, 1955 is what it would be, Baron.
55. Okay. I gotta get better at doing Roman numerals.
You and I should be better at doing Roman numerals because we were taught Roman numerals.
Yeah, but when you don't use them, you get rusty. Here's an example of the history of the town I live in. Look how big that is. And that's volume 1. Volume 1. Look, it's huge. Well researched.
What did you say?
Isn't it?
You said it's huge.
Huge. It's huge. Yeah.
It's huge. That's what Baron said. He said it's huge.
No, and we're not kidding. I mean, looking at the books that you've already shown, they were huge.
The others I have out there.
Baron comes pushing in a 2-story book. I'm only half joking.
Story and a half.
Oh. Pops, good to see you, brother.
Hey,
Again, brother, I apologize for my internet being out yesterday and not being able to do our recording for Queen of the Ring.
Oh, you're doing that. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Queen of the Ring. And we got one on Monday. So he's keeping us busy, folks. Keeping us off the street. So you all better thank Pops, subscribe, and like his stuff because he's great.
Yes, and let me go ahead and get Pop's link in there for everybody to follow. Because if you're not following, what's wrong with you?
Why don't you follow me, Pops? Come on. You can hear what the panel had to say about Terminator 2 Judgment Day yesterday. That's right. Right.
Oops, I did the wrong thing there. You know, I just should just keep this off. I love this book here. A Day in the Life of the Soviet Union. It's
Of course.
Yes. Of course.
You communist bastard.
Damn right. Don't you forget it. I mean, all it is a little like describing what the picture is about. And they gave cameras to I don't know how many people. And they only had one day to go out there and take pictures, cataloging everyday life in the Soviet Union, in Moscow. And there's actually one guy that got 3 photos of him in there. He is some sort of bodybuilder guy that was walking around out there and
walking around out there going, "I will break you."
Yeah, exactly. And he 3 different people got pictures of him. And funny thing is, 3 different locations. But it's just interesting because it's a different culture. You're seeing people in the factories, stores, whatnot. I'm gonna see if I could try to find that guy. And they have a picture of one of the high ups in the Soviet Union, And as he's sitting at a desk, and there's several phones, and they said that was a sign of how important you are. The more phones you had, the more important you were. And now this has become itself, a history book. Yeah, I mean, and back then it was, in everyday life, modern, but now you can see, show people this is what the Soviet Union looked like from their eyes.
Yeah.
It's not really propaganda per se, but with the Cold War and such like that, you always had some sort of curiosity about the enemy. Just like I have curiosity, obviously Soviet Union going through there, North Korea. I mean, I joke about it, but I am no fan of North Korea, but you just a fascinating study of the Hermit Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And, and it's amazing how many cartoons are animated in North Korea for us. Simpsons, Futurama, Invincible.
South Korea is the ones that
North
does the
Korea.
end.
North Korea. You know what happens? They contracted China to do this. And then China subcontracts to North Korea.
Oh, I always thought it was South Korea that was doing all the animation.
South Korea does some of the animation, but North Korea also did Pocahontas. Work on not the whole thing, but obviously things get done in parts. But they were involved with Pocahontas, the animated film. Some people claim Lion King, but there's no proof of that, so don't quote on that one. But Amazon, Amazon animated shows, Netflix ones, yeah. North Korea has their fingerprints on all these shows because they were subcontracted out by China. Because the animation studios still use China as well as South Korea. I don't think they do Japan much anymore, which is a shame. But yeah,
it's too bad we didn't have animation studios here that actually did the animation stateside. The last one to do it before they were sold was Filmation.
Right. And it's a shame. It makes me cry. What happened to how we went forward and really knocked the socks off and were innovative in animation? And that's sad. Now we have our enemies doing it for us. Can you imagine back in the 30s, in the 30s before the law, work being sent out to Germany for our animation?
People wouldn't stand for it. They said, no, do it here. Animate it here.
Right. But it would be quiet. They'd contract out to, say, Austria, and Austria subcontracts out to Germany. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
How insidious that is. And we're talking about the games and such like that. Yeah, they're on. You also have that problem. North Korea has a pretty big animation, computer, all that stuff. They grab their artists out of their colleges and their universities once they're talented, and then they come in. They learn all different sorts of, they're trained in all sorts of different art styles, so they get to do the boring work.
Yeah,
are the computer, the boring computer stuff, right? Making things go, and yeah.
You want to know one of the physical CDs I do have, and I recently put all the music from both CDs onto my hard drive. I have all the music from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Ooh. Now have that in your startup.
And now, if you want to get that CD, the highest I've seen it for is $140.
Yeah, I got some CDs like that too. I can just see it now. You turn your computer on, it goes, "Hey man, hey man." You have it set.
I haven't done that yet. I probably should.
Yet, people.
Just say, if I could get away with it, play the music on YouTube, I would do it. But you know how YouTube is.
I'm just talking about your startup screen. Remember when you could do that? You start your computer up and it'd say something or do something, and I had my
have it play the music when Adam says, "By the power of Grayskull." Da, 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 da. Dun, 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 dun.
When I was the computer I was working at, it was 2000, around the 2000, 2001, stuff like that. When you start the computer up, it would go. It was Homer doing the press the any key. Where's the any key?
Mm-hmm. And Pops does bring up a good point here. It would be hard to financially animate shows in the US. I figure the strategy would be low rates for artists up front with profit sharing if it's a success. Yeah, because the reason why a lot of the old animation studios started sending their stuff overseas was because of the cost. Huh?
What's going on?
What? Huh? Speak up, Shunny.
Maybe I need to do a restart, but at least it's not doing all the time. So,
yeah. Well, this could also just be in combination with StreamYard, because you know how there have been times where I can't shut down the show because StreamYard decides to lock up the browser.
No, you really do want to keep on streaming, don't you? Come on, do it 24-hour stream.
No. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 23rd hour of whatever this show's called.
Hey, guys, are you still streaming?
No. You and I would be asleep. He'd be yapping away.
Oh, no. I sorry. I almost did it wrong. Cash will be there.
You know what really grinds my gears?
That's
right. I said, I ain't giving you no $350, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get your own goddamn money.
I gave him a...
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, but he'd be going on, and that's what you'd be hearing. Yeah.
Hey, guys, you up?
Yeah, that would be him trying to wake up.
I had a dream where someone was kicking my ass.
My God, I don't know why I'm so giddy today.
Yeah, we're having fun. That's what you should do when you're doing a stream. It's have fun.
Okay.
Yes. It is fun. It is fun.
What an interesting concept, Captain.
Right. But getting back to this article. Yeah.
3 hours later. Yeah.
We do that.
Sorry,
I did.
3 hours later.
There we go.
We're still keeping it related to physical media,
right.
Books, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays.
Yeah, that's why my house is a library. That's literally my house is a library.
This is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends, as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical disc, the post says. You didn't ask us. Hello. Hey.
Wait, we're
over here. Hello. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for bringing up that Animaniacs skit. Would you like to take a survey? Do you like George Wendt?
How did he get involved with that?
Good idea. Keeping your physical media. Bad idea. getting rid of your physical media.
Yeah, horrible idea. Well, again, talking about physical media, right?
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm going to make you big again.
Yeah. Guess what I'm going to be reading again?
Oh, you're going to be reading the Odyssey. Oh, wait a minute. Zendaya's not in the book.
No. Well, it's funny. They're doing the Iliad, right? Because that's where Achilles and all that and Helen of Troy is in. So it's not the Odyssey. It's the Iliad.
I know that. You know that.
Yeah, and this is them trying to get home. And the actress who plays Helen of Detroit would say if she had a chance to talk to Homer, why aren't there more women?
I saw that article when I was setting up Pop Talk the other night, and I was thinking, should we talk about this? And then I went, no, let's talk about the gaming. So that's why every article that we have tonight is related to gaming. That's our main and only topic.
Well, and kind of going about physical media, we kind of went that direction because of these things, the things that will kill me.
The things yes, I would put my books in my backpack, put the backpack on my back, and I would lug it around. And yes, there were times I had to run the class because the light at my high school would always go berserk. So it would almost make me late. There was a time, and I've told the story before, but there was a time the tardy bell rang and my U.S. history teacher, and this was during a block period where it was periods 1, 3, and 5 on Wednesdays that were your 2-hour block periods, and then on Thursdays it was 2, 4, and 6. Well, this was a Thursday, and my U.S. history class was my first class on Thursdays for the block period, and because the signal malfunctioned, I heard the tardy bell. I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm hauling ass. And my U.S. history teacher's right at the door. He's about to close the door. And, I couldn't even say anything. So I'm running so hard trying to, get there. And he sees me and he says, I see more hustle out of you than I saw the Cubs last night. And this happened 30 years ago, folks. And, the kids in my class were like, oh, you're just holding the door open because he's a Cub fan. And he said, no, I'm holding the door open because he's making an effort to get to class.
I forgot to do this to the story. I should have been doing that in the background.
Chariots of Fire. We're having fun, folks. I hope you are too.
That was played on the radio so much back in the day.
We heard it so many times.
Yeah. And that's not including in other projects, like films and TV shows.
Other news broadcasts would use it too because it was a popular theme. Or, remember the old Worldwide of Sports theme? Da 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 da.
Oh,
how it had that build up and
Well, what about when didn't Emerson, Lake and Palmer? I know they did fanfare for the common man. They did that in the stadium. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. No, I'm trying to think. Didn't they contribute? But of course, Chariots of Fire, Vangelis. I mean, really, you can't go wrong with Vangelis, man. Rest his soul.
But yeah, getting back to me hauling ass to get to class. By the time I got in there, because I was, running from the parking lot all the way across to almost the other end of the school to get to my class. I get in there, I'm going. A few people say, "I would have closed the door on your ass," and I just looked at them like, "Fuck you."
There we go. You know what? The funny thing about that movie is, of course, it's about the Brits going to the first Olympics, and they're trying to figure out what the hell the Olympics is. So what do? They actually read history, and they read that the Olympics were done in the nude. So they show up for the first practice naked. It's been ages since I've seen the movie, but it's like,
it'd be like, what the fuck?
And then they go, right, well, the Olympics were done in the nude.
Oh, did not need to see that.
Women's team, yeah.
Hey, Bob's your uncle. What is your aunt? All right, so trying to finish off this article. I'm not making any promises. The transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today. Again, you didn't ask us. Hello? Hello?
Excuse me.
I'm over here. Long-time gamer. Come on.
What does God need with a star?
Never promised I play games good. I'm just saying I'm a long-time gamer.
Yeah. I'm glad you put that qualifier in there.
While having digital games easily downloadable from the comfort of your own home is certainly a perk, physical media is still highly sought after. It's a shame that a whole form of media is dying down just because of convenience. Collectors everywhere are surely distraught over the information and the recent controversy over games shutting down after a few months. It's going to cause more issues that no one will truly own a piece of media, only digitally. And not even that, Nicole. Not even that.
No.
They could revoke the license, and you want to watch that movie one day, and it's no longer in your library. It happened to me with Fandango.
Mm-hmm.
I had digital copies of movies, and some of them as recent as 2023. And I go on there one day, and it's all gone. It's why I still hold on to the physical disc.
Right. I mean, there's, I'm all for having both. You get that, you have the disc, and you have the digital download.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You use it when you go on a trip.
Right.
If you want to watch a movie, if you're done reading a book, or watch the movie then read a book.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have that Babylon 5 animated film on both, Amazon Digital because it came with it. And, of course, I got the physical. I mean, there was no other way than me grabbing and getting the physical copy of that.
Exactly.
By the way, have you opened up your Babylon 5 Blu-ray? Yeah.
No. Got that 3 years ago. Still haven't opened it. Still tightly in its cellophane.
It's still 3 years. Wow.
Yeah. Still haven't opened it.
I'm just disappointed they haven't done the movies yet.
So I'm disappointed they haven't released Crusade.
Yeah, I mean, I got it on DVD, but yeah, it'd be nice to see on Blu-ray.
I did see that Amazon has Crusade on their digitally on Prime the other day when I was perusing, but it's like, give me a Blu-ray of Crusade.
Yeah, and have it in the original aspect also. My copy is like, you're watching, has the bars on the side. It's like, why are you doing that for? This was made to be for the TVs, the big, why do you do that to me? So I'd love to see a Blu-ray the proper aspect, like this, like me. Oh, look at me. And yeah, that'd be great. I mean, it still hurts to watch the show because I can see that show was good. I could see that show was going to be better than Babylon 5. And hearing things, what they were playing with that show. And it just pains me that TNT did that crap.
Yep. Yeah, and who knows what's going to happen with Babylon 5 if that Paramount Warner Brothers deal goes through.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see under Paramount Warner Brothers if the deal does go through, even though I don't want it to, but I'm trying to look at it from this perspective too. If that deal does go through, I would like to see Paramount release the Babylon 5 movies on Blu-ray and Crusade on Blu-ray.
Right. And heck, even the other ones, Legends of the Rangers as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the last appearance of Andreas Katsoulis as Jakar.
And while they're at it, on the Star Trek front, give us the HD version of Deep Space Nine, because we know you can do it. It was proven on What We Left Behind, the documentary where they showed the HD scenes, and since DS9 was shot in widescreen and they had to shrink it down to 4:3, release it in Blu-ray.
Right.
Even Voyager. You don't have to do it for Enterprise. It was already released in HD.
Yeah, it was all ready to go. And not only that, the other P10 shows, Primetime Entertainment Networks.
Yeah.
Because all those
Time
shows...
Tracks.
Yeah, Time Tracks, Kung Fu, The Legend Continues. What was the other one? There was another one that was part of that. Time Tracks, that, Babylon 5. I thought there was a fourth. But, of course, all of those were treated like the redheaded stepchild because, somebody in Warner did not like like the whole concept or was really pissy about it. So, P10 comes to an end and, it's a miracle that we got what we got with Babylon 5. There was enough of a movement of fans out there. They knew they had to do some catering. But, the other ones have been shoved into the storage room of lost hopes and dreams.
Mm-hmm. But to end this article, yes,
Okay.
folks, we're finally getting through it.
Wow!
Another question that is raised by this news is the price. Since Sony is no longer spending money to produce physical games, will digital games feature a lower price tag so they're more affordable thanks to savings? Most likely, Sony won't reduce prices, though Nintendo has started that trend by pricing their digital games $10 less than physical games. So I think it should be $20 less, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's a nice start. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. But
well, the thing
we're not done. We are not done. We are not done.
Oh, okay.
Continue on with this article. I'm not even going to play the card.
Okay.
Guess what?
Whoa.
Guess what? Guess what, folks?
From Niche Gamer. Sony didn't warn partners before physical game cuts.
Oh, really?
Well. The plot.
What the hell you say?
Well.
The plot thickens.
That it does.
I'm glad
Here in a
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Yes. And this is by Ivan Katik, and it was posted yesterday.
Yesterday. Ooh.
Yes.
That's why I didn't know about this one.
Yes, Cash found it.
Oh, well, he's useful for something now and then. Besides,
Yes, And
Except for some things, other than
You know what really grinds my gears?
and the article that we're gonna read after this, I found it
wow.
because again, we're talking about gaming tonight, folks.
Right.
Okay, so Sony's decision to end production of physical game discs for new PlayStation releases beginning in 2028 reportedly came as a surprise not only to consumers, but also to publishers, business partners, and even some of the company's own regional offices.
Wow.
I see nothing.
According to a report from High Chaos Run, citing anonymous sources familiar with Sony's plans, the decision was made internally and communicated without prior notice to any external partners. Sony has not publicly commented on these claims. No, because they're getting roasted.
Yeah. What did they have? Did they have a little runner that ran back and forth with post-it notes so people wouldn't know? And the guys are at the disc going, "Who the hell is this schmuck?" Trying to.
So Sony was getting roasted. I can name two of the companies that roasted them: KFC and Domino's, saying from now on, customers will receive a digital code for their pizza and a digital code for their chicken.
I knew about the pizza. I didn't realize that Kentucky Fried jumped in there too. I know you guys were talking about it when we were behind, the scenes after one of the shows, but I didn't catch on because I didn't realize that. Because
Baron's like, donut.
I ate my donut. It's gone. And concerning that Kentucky Fried Chicken, it's the first job I ever had. A lot of people sit back and say, "Yeah, you worked at McDonald's. That was my first job." I went to the Colonel. I was Colonel Baron.
I worked at the Hut. The Hut, the checkered tablecloths, the red glasses, the red plastic glasses.
Yep.
The lighting. And at the time, it did have a red roof. It doesn't now. But at the time, it did have a red roof. But they did make it a Pizza Hut Classic. I'm thinking, okay, how can it be a Pizza Hut Classic and you don't have a red roof anymore?
Right. I mean, when we got over the river, they have their red roof still. Yeah. They look like a Pizza Hut. I haven't been inside it. But I know, a while back, at least 10 or so years ago, it was still looking like a Pizza Hut on the inside. Who knows now?
I mean, I haven't been into the one I worked at in quite some time. I just go in there one day just because it is a Pizza Hut Classic to see if they do have the salad bar back. Because at one point when I went in there, they took away the salad bar.
Mm-hmm.
And see if they've added the pizza bar. Because here's the thing about the one I worked at. It only had the salad bar. It didn't have the buffet style pizza bar or, the dessert bar. That's all it had.
Mm.
But other ones, they had the salad bar, they had the dessert bar, and they had the pizza buffet.
Mm.
But getting back to this article, I know we've gotten sidetracked a lot tonight. Several sources reportedly described the move as an unilateral decision, with publishers learning about the end of physical media at the same time as the public. That's not a good way to keep your relationship. No wonder Square Enix said they were fed up with Sony only releases for their games. I mean, there's more to it than that, but
yeah, it just adds to it.
Mm-hmm. Despite our seemingly close working relationship with PlayStation, we weren't informed that this was happening. One executive at a major AAA publisher reportedly told the outlet, "It's only hitting us now that we may be out of jobs sooner rather than later." Way to screw over your partners there, Sony.
Mm-hmm.
The report also claims that the lack of communication extended beyond publishing partners. Regional PlayStation offices were allegedly unaware of the announcement before it was published, creating confusion in markets where physical retail expansion was still underway.
Confusion and delay.
Oh, Sony. You keep fucking up. One example cited involves PlayStation India, where local teams were reportedly negotiating with distributors and investors to establish up to 100 dedicated PlayStation retail stores by 2028.
Well, they got F in the A.
Yep. According to the report, investors question why they should continue funding stores focused on physical products if Sony intended to discontinue game disc just a few years later. Why would we even work with PlayStation, let alone invest on a store when they won't be selling disc? One investor reportedly said PlayStation India didn't even tell us this was happening before it went public. They didn't even know either. Yeah, how piss poor is that on Sony's part about not communicating, not just with their own people within their own corporate offices, the main corporate offices, but every other office in every other country.
Right.
I know we're talking about India here, but still, to not let your people within the corporation know, to send out a memo a few days prior, maybe a couple of weeks prior, and telling everybody, keep this on the down low. But this is what we're going to be announcing in a few weeks. Just so everybody can prepare for AAA developers to be able to prepare for the future. And let's see. Or demographics will be affected, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it says, while the report claims there has been private frustration among publishers, no major publishing partner has publicly criticized Sony's decision. They need to. Sources cited by High Chaos Run allege that conversations with PlayStation have become strained following the announcement, although these claims have not been independently verified. So,
sorry. Why I should do this?
Very interesting, but stupid.
Hold your thoughts, too. Hold your thoughts, because it gets even more interesting.
Yay.
Yeah, this comes from Insider Gaming. So let me get this out there to the ethos. Yes.
This no look good. No
look good at all. Sony going down the hole. Hey, I try to keep things light and funny.
Wow, you got the light part down.
Oh, shut up. All right, so Insider Gaming's Mike Straw posted this on July 6th, which was Monday, and it says Sony CEO sells over half his stock following PlayStation disc announcement. Sony CEO Hiroki Todoroki has sold more than half of his stock in the company. A recent United States Security and Exchange Commission filing shows that the 61-year-old sold millions of dollars worth of stock just 2 days after the announcement that PlayStation was going to cease production of physical disc in January 2028. It also came during a time when the stock saw a slight bump in price after the news broke. Before going any further, consider whatever.
Yeah, bios.
Totoki made millions, according to the SEC filing. Totoki sold 225,000 shares of Sony stock on July 3rd at $21.02 per share. Todoroki pulled in roughly $4.7 million on the transaction. The 225,000 shares represented 56% of his total stake in the company. Following the transaction, Todoroki was left with 173,250 shares, but he also wasn't the only executive to make a transaction after the announcement.
What?
Also filed on July 3rd, Sony Chief Strategy Officer Toshimoto Miyamoto sold 25,000 shares of stock, representing about 18% of his total shares. He sold his shares at $21.02 as well, totaling at $525,500. DJ is saying, sell, sell, sell.
Exactly.
Since the sale of the stock, Sony's share price hasn't changed much. In fact, as of publication, Sony shares are trading slightly higher at $21.20 on the New York Stock Exchange. In the 8 days since the announcement, Sony stock is up 6%. The announcement that Sony was ending the production of physical PlayStation games sent shockwaves through the industry. While many have come to expect it to happen, eventually, the announcement still felt sudden because it was sudden. Nobody knew, not even in their own corporate Borg alcoves did they know.
Yeah,
Their own corporate collective.
Yeah, the reason why it seems sudden is because it was sudden. Just saying.
Despite an 18-month buffer between now and when the change goes into effect. Well, they're going to cut the production earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Since the announcement on July 1st, a Change.org petition titled Don't Kill the Disc has amassed over 216,000 signatures. Sony, however, has yet to address any frustrations. They won't because they don't care.
Right.
And concerns from fans regarding the decision. Instead, they've chosen to just seemingly move on. Yeah, they don't care. They've made their decision. It's final. It's done.
Right. They don't care about their customers, which is the wrong thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, this also reinforces why you don't put any blind faith into any corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? Corporations are out for their bottom line. And if their bottom line says, if you stop making physical games, you can earn more money.
You know, there was
then they're going to do just that.
You know, there was a time when they thought about the bottom line. The big thing about the bottom line is making the customers happy.
Not anymore.
Right. It has nothing to do with customers no more. But yet, that's who you're going for. And then you get mad at the customers because they say something about it.
Yep.
This is where the customer is always right. It's not the a-hole who thinks they can go into a place and bully the staff around because I'm the customer and I'm right. No, this is where the law of supply and demand. People don't want it, but you're going to go ahead and do it anyways. We're going to raise the prices up because you know damn well GTA 6 is going to be one bill, one C note, one Benjamin, $100 freaking dollars. And they already said no desk. Oh, you did the pre-order for a disc? Sorry, we're going to F you in the A on that one.
And they very well could do that. Even for quote-unquote collector's editions. Don't expect to get a physical disc.
No.
You might get some, nice pewter statue. But guess what? That disc that you would currently get with a collector's edition of a game, you're not getting it.
Right. Now, you were saying earlier, $100 rental. Exactly, DJ.
Mm-hmm.
He was paying attention, folks. You get a gold star.
Get an A+.
A+, gold star, whatever it is. But you earned it this time, our scientific advisor. But you were saying before about one of the things they wanted to do this is because of mods. They don't want mods. And that's the stupidest thing you can have.
Well, with the mods, that's for the games that are ported to PC. You can't mod the console games. And this is strictly for the console games, for PlayStation 5. That's really the only console that they have running at this time. They don't have anything portable running. They killed the Vita.
Mm-hmm. But, you kill mods. Are they're even trying to do the same thing with other games that's on the PCs and stuff like that. Again, that's part of the fun, doing the mods. It keeps games alive.
Mm-hmm.
There's companies out there that encourage people to mod, not to help fix their games, but so they can enjoy their experience. That, you want to put this in the game? Well, you can do it.
Go ahead, put it in the game.
I mean, if it wasn't for mods, the most people are so excited for that Star Wars mod for Starfield. And let's not forget Fallout London. I mean, for crying out loud, that project was so big, they got Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy to do voices for a couple characters.
That's a big deal.
Oh, hell yeah. And things like that to help keep these old games alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I can do that. I'm going to get this game. And correct me if I'm wrong, console games before could be modded, couldn't they? Because I swear I see people who are playing on.
Well, you look at the NES games. People have modded those.
Mm-hmm.
Game Gear games, they've modded those. Game Boy games, they've been able to mod those.
Right. Because I see the, maybe he is playing on a computer. The GTA 6, and they got the police, basically the police mod where you can go around as a police officer and do things. So it totally changes the game in that aspect. Are they going to be able to do that with GTA 6?
On PC, yes.
Yeah.
Not on console.
Yeah. So you got a group of people that's going to get hosed. Why have a console?
It's like, when Final Fantasy Remake and Final Fantasy Rebirth, some people are all up in arms. Oh, people are modding Tifa to give her bigger boobs.
So?
You don't think when the Tomb Raider games come out that have been announced that people aren't going to mod them on PC and give Lara Croft bigger assets?
Yeah, return her to what she's supposed to look like. And then some, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember the mod Paul was playing
I haven't. Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah, it went turned on, the one that makes a character Nikki, and he's playing that female redheaded vampire. It's like, whoop, hey, there's an interesting live stream, folks.
Whoa, Paul! Whoa, dude!
We appreciate it. Don't get us wrong, Paul. We appreciate it, but YouTube might.
But YouTube's gonna say nah.
Yeah, they're fun. They ruin the fun.
I mean, I would love to play the game Heavy Rain on stream.
Yeah.
What prevents me from doing so is because there's a couple of scenes in the game where you see a woman's tatas.
Just brings the rating up a little higher.
Well, I realize that, Baron, but see, if I even attempted to stream that game,
mm-hmm. Well, it's like Cyberpunk 2077. I mean,
I know.
that one you can't really stream that well.
No.
I mean, that's why we need to make our own free platform, and we have the over 18 part where you can play games like this.
No, the platform is over 18 and over 18 only.
Okay. You won that debate.
And why do I say that? Because we adults can actually talk about adult things and not have to go earmuffs.
Yep. Cover the kids' ears. We're talking about the good things now. Mm-mm.
What are you doing here, Squirt? Get out of here.
No. Kids, run away.
Scram. Dang kids.
They just want to see boobies. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like we did in the old days.
And what are you here for, Bear?
Boobies. But do it in the old days when we managed to sneak a Playboy magazine. We put it between our mattresses. Yeah. And in those lonely nights, you pull it out and you open it.
Saying his parent. I knew where my dad kept his Playboys.
I got 2 boxes of my dad's. Including the Madonna issue.
The thing is, he never caught me.
He never caught you? Good.
He never caught me.
My dad shared with me. He goes,
And then, of course, I turned 18, go into a magazine store. I purchased a Playboy. He's waiting in the truck. I get in the truck, and he's like, what do you got? Because it was still in the brown bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at him. I'll admit, I was nervous to show it to him. Because I wasn't sure what his reaction was going to be.
Well, you're kind of nervous when you first go in there, whether you're going through
I was.
or a door, it's like it's like when I went and got my first issue of Naughty Neighbors. 40 something.
I showed my ID to prove I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
But I get in my dad's truck. He's like, what you got there? And like I said, I was nervous. And so I slowly take it out, and he sees that it's the black plastic bag. And he just looks at me with this grin on his face.
He's a man. My boy's growing up.
He did. He put his arm around me and said, I'm proud of you.
Mike, I'm so proud of you. You're not gay. I mean, I remember when I got my mom caught. I had a penthouse, and it was between the mattresses. And for some reason, my mom came up and she wanted to do some, whatever with mattresses and stuff like that, the sheets. But she had to lift the whole mattress up. I don't know why. And right there, she saw it. And, mom kind of flipped out. So she was going to do the thing is like, when your dad gets home. Say, okay,
yeah.
Whatever. My dad comes home, sits down and looks at it. And he goes, yeah, too bad it wasn't me that found it. Yeah. Your mom can get really get emotional and all that. And, I got to keep it. He goes, just find a better hiding spot. But I knew where his stuff was. He knew. I didn't have to sneak. I could have sat down. If it wasn't for the fact that mom would be around the house, I could sit down with a Playboy right in front of him in the family room. Flip through it, take a look at pictures. But honestly, I swear I do look at the pictures. But I've also read articles out of there. So.
I have too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will admit, one of my friends, when I was younger, knowing I was into Star Trek, showed me the Playboy that his dad had with Denise Crosby in it.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that still in my boxes in the garage, or had it and it's gone, because it wasn't in my dad's collection. But yeah, I remember seeing that and talking about making mountains out of molehills.
I remember looking at that going, whoa. Hi,
Yeah. At first she hated it, then she glommed onto it.
Yeah.
She was mortified at first, and I guess there was some guy, the urban myth, but he came up to the table and he had the Playboy, and she was mad about it. But now she's signing them. She doesn't care.
One of the issues I remember picking up was with Mia St. John. Female boxer. Anybody remember her?
Barely, but yeah.
I never forget a brunette.
I mean, I like brunette. I mean, I like all women, all shapes, sizes, all hair colors, skin tones. Big ones, small ones, floppy ones, firm ones. I don't care. I love women all. But I remember though when the China issue came out.
Yeah, I get that. I have it somewhere.
Yeah, well, I never got it, sadly. But
I have that one. I also have Sable. But I remember looking at my dad when they were promoting the China one. I said, Dad, I'm going to get that.
Yeah, our local retailer we had called Schinders. It was Schinders Brothers, but became Schinders. Too bad the guy who took over the company, who was part of the family, didn't pay his taxes and was a scumbag, and they're all closed now. But yeah, they had the big posters just all across the windows of the one place as you're going in there to take a look. And of course, all sorts of displays. They were really making a big deal. And understandable too. But Schindler's List. Come on.
Oh, he's just being funny.
Come on.
He's a funny guy.
But you want funny? I'll give you funny. The China issue helped me out at the fertility clinic. Honest. Not lying. When the former long suffering and I were trying to IVF, yeah, yeah. So that's how my daughter came about.
Okay, well, thank you, China.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the country.
No. Growing up.
Am I funny like this? I'm funny like a clown? Do I amuse you?
Hey, it's men thing, women have. I mean,
it says at the beginning of the show isn't for viewers under 18 because of adult humor.
Well, you should have seen my former wife drooling over the Scott Bakula issue of Playgirl.
Hey, women like what they like.
Yeah.
We like what we like.
It didn't bother me at all. Not in the least. The long suffering is making comments about the guys in banana balls, about how hot they are and their butts and all. I don't understand what women think about men's butts. I can understand men.
That's how my mom was when it came to watching football and in baseball. She would look at their butts. I mean, one of her favorite Cubs, Mark Grace.
Yeah.
She would be watching it because he played first. And she's like, oh, that's a nice shot of Mark. I'm looking at my mom going, it's his ass.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you'd think they'd be looking more into the front with the abs and the package, you know. If there's how much. Yeah, he was in. Didn't I say Playgirl?
He did say Playgirl. Maybe DJ didn't hear it. Cut him a break, man.
Okay. Yeah, Michael Garibaldi was said to have a cute butt. Sorry, I don't look at guys that way, but
I don't look at guys that way
Claudia
either.
Christian has a nice. Have you seen the issue where she was in it?
No. I wouldn't mind seeing Tracy though.
Tracy Scoggins? Ooh.
Yeah, man.
I don't think she's ever posed like that, did she?
I don't think she ever did, but
well, she was a model, so there's possibility because a lot of models do shots.
I know. Oh, are you kidding? I had a crush on her even under Kardashian makeup. I still had a crush on that woman.
How about the first season of Lois and Clark when she was Cat?
Oh, damn!
That's what started it, wasn't it?
Hey, she's a beautiful woman.
She is. Very lovely woman. Very lovely woman.
And not just her looks. You hear her in interviews.
Yeah. I hear she's a hoot. You want to party with this lady. Let's just put it that way.
She's got a personality. That's what I like. That's what makes her beautiful.
Right. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, so does Claudia Christian. That's another thing that makes her beautiful. Claudia Christian's crazy. I mean, she's absolutely crazy. And the calm one, Mia Furlong, rest her soul. I mean, beautiful, but in that calm way. You know?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. But yeah. Hey, what's wrong with Ivanova? You can see the pictures online of her in the issue, and if I can find the issue, I'd get it.
I got nothing wrong with Claudia Christensen.
That son is Claudia Christian. No son.
I got nothing wrong with her. I'd follow every order she gave me.
Oh yeah. Well, you'd have to, or she'd kick your ass. I mean, but then again, maybe you won't.
Hey, that might be something I enjoy too much.
Yeah, there might be some orders that aren't obeyed.
Hey, lady Miss, I know you're there going, oh, you guys, shut the fuck up.
I don't know if Tracy was. Claudia Christian was, definitely. But I don't know about Tracy.
I could find out. I could just do a Google search.
I know you will. You're asking for a friend. You're asking for me and Mike.
I'm looking.
How about the Kate Mulgrew issue of Playboy with her in it?
Why?
Maybe that would have been Hustler. I don't know.
Let's see. I'll just ask the simple question.
Yeah, was Tracy Scoggins in Playboy?
There's no credible evidence that Tracy Scoggins appeared in Playboy magazine. Publicly available biographies, career histories, and Playboy feature lists from her active years 1970s to 1990s do not list her among the models, playmates, or interview subjects.
You went GPT, didn't you?
Yeah, she is. She really is beautiful. How could you not have a crush on her?
No. Well, I see that there was a movie, Dangerous Company, where she was more than happy to show off. The Gumshoe Kid. Yeah. Yeah, you'd be happy, Mike. Let me just put it that way. We like boobies.
And let's see, asking for a friend. And then the friend goes, I'll search. On a live stream, no less, but I'm not showing anything.
No, I'm not showing anything. You gotta do your own work. You gotta do your own work.
My heart still goes pitter patter for that woman.
I can see why. I can definitely see why.
Like I said, even under that Kardashian makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Damn Cardi.
And she kind of thinks like us too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but no, I think she'd be, I not being even the creepy way. I think she'd be fun to hang around with. I'm sure she's got tons of stories. I'm sure there'd be a lot of laughing.
Mm-hmm.
I think she would be absolutely fantastic to hang out with. What's her name? Who from Babylon 5 played? Well, there
Lita?
was two of them. No. The Narn, the aide to Jakar. She was a hoot.
God!
When I met her. Yeah.
I want to say it's Caitlin Brown, but
no, Caitlin Brown. Well, I'm checking.
I'm checking too. I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah, Caitlin Brown was in the first season. She is absolutely fun. I met her at a Babylon 5, at one of the conventions, and she was just absolutely just. She thought a bunch of us were workers, and she was saying, "Hey, let's set up the, set up the Syria like this and all that, and all that, and we're helping on." And she goes, "What? Oh, you guys don't work here? You're just yeah, we're just having fun with you. We've been more than happy to help you out." And Peter Woodward's there, and then we started talking, with Peter Woodward there, and he goes, he'd make a great doctor. Oh yeah, and he's just sitting there going, "What the hell did I just walk into?" As we're sitting back saying, what we'd love to see him in.
Are you thinking about Andrea Thompson who played Taya?
No, Caitlin Brown.
No, but I was thinking about some other actresses that you were thinking about.
Well, Mary Kay Adams played her. Mary Kay Adams played her in season 2.
Yeah,
as a briefly. I think she only had 2 episodes, but Caitlin Brown did the first season. Then she came back in the 5th season when Jakar saved her.
I mean, I wouldn't mind talking to Patricia Tallman about her experience on Next Generation as Gates McFadden's stunt woman, and doing the work on Babylon 5, and
going back and forth, being told, "No, don't say anything." Yeah, Caitlin Brown was also in DS9 in the episode Passenger, and she was also in Next Gen and Gambit 1 and Gambit 2.
Yep.
Part 1 and 2.
Because she's got that very distinctive voice that you recognize.
She does. She really does. But yeah, she was a hoot. She was fun.
Yeah, it's so sad that there are so very few actors from Babylon 5 around.
Yeah. I know. I mean, like I said, the other day I called up a picture that I had on my computer, or it's probably on my computer. Just for the hell of it while I'm talking here.
Well, but I'm also going to bring up a picture of Caitlin Brown so people know who you're talking about.
Please do. But I brought that picture up, and it was kind of heartbreaking in some ways. It was them in the bar, that bar area on the Zocalo, and it's the last episode. Yeah, she's beautiful. She's beautiful, and they're leaving the station before it goes boom boom, and everyone there that's facing the camera was gone. Stephen first, Jeff Conway, Jerry Doyle. I got a middle block on Stephen Franklin, the actor's name. They're all standing there, and the one who has their back turned to the camera is Claudia Christian, and she's the only one that in that picture that we have left. And it's like,
Richard
wow.
Biggs. Richard Biggs was
Thank
Franklin.
You. Yeah, I know. I should know his name, but sometimes. But it's like, wow, it hits you right there that they're all gone. And of course, need to say we don't, Zathras, not Zathras, but Zathras. He's gone.
There are many Zathrases.
Yeah.
But you are not the one.
Yeah, then they cloned all those Zathrases. All those Zathras.
Zathras. Not Zathras. This different Zathras. From the one you know.
And yeah, I mean, they're gone. Of course, Michael O'Hare, he's gone. It's just, it's sad. It really is. I really got to keep my files in order. I really do. I really do. But, I do have a question.
All right.
Just a second here. So, kind of looking at like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there you go, folks.
I found that one. Not by
but just think about it, Baron. Tracy Scoggins and Caitlin Brown make some very nice looking Kardashian ladies.
Mm-hmm. It makes you kind of go, not really, not necessarily go that way, but yeah, I'll take those spoon heads out.
Looks like a low-cost standoff.
Timo. I'm a Timo. Get it right. Timo.
Forget Wish, it's now Timu.
Mm-hmm. Either that or I'm a Timu Alan Moore. I mean, take your picks. They're all out there.
That they are.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, you would.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I would. I was lying that I'm lying, though.
Uh-huh.
Harry Mudd always lies. I'm lying. I'm lying. Yeah, that's... Cash, where are you, damn it? I know you're out there.
He's out there. Oh, you goobers. Goobers. Yeah, we're always going to make fun of Cash. We're always going to make fun of one of us when we're not here, like I said before.
Mm-hmm.
But
he could be telling us about his Playboy incident that he had.
I never looked at Playboy.
I can hear him saying that, Baron.
And it shows.
I can definitely hear him saying it.
Mm-hmm.
I never looked at Playboy.
Why would I do that? They're knocking down my door.
But Baron, let's say you and I get out of here.
You know what? I like that idea. Yeah, I like that idea. We've been 3.5 hours, and I'm sure everyone's going, we just get it over with and get the hell out of here. We're tired of this.
Well, somebody just euthanize these two.
No, they do got those euthanized boots in Netherlands now. Just send them there.
But before we mosey on out of here, onto the trail. You got anything coming up on Baron Orman Tagge's Fandom Legacy, pardon?
Well, the only thing I can sit back and say is Pops and I will be filming a video on Monday, well, the hell with it, because we mentioned that we were going to do it anyways. We're doing the last of the 3 films that were done to Richard Matheson's I Am Legend. I hope you catch the ones that we did have so far. I think the Omega Man is coming out here soon. We did do, of course, the Vincent Price one, which was Last Man on Earth. Please catch that, and of course, share if you do that. Of course, the last one, the one I'm nervous about, but he sits back and says he feels is the one.
Keep talking. I'll be right back.
You know I'll keep talking. But he says it's the closest to the Matheson book, he says, is the Will Smith one. So I'm nervous, but willing to watch it and have my critique of it as well. But we had a mid one, crappy one. Now let's see what this one is. So, which I'm happy to do. Richard Matheson's book. If you have not read the book, I Am Legend, please do that. Especially if you're a big fan of The Twilight Zone. Richard Matheson, who wrote several episodes of The Twilight Zone. This book reads just like that. It really does. And, of course, Matheson also wrote for Star Trek. So there's that one. But it's a great book, in some ways revolutionizing. And as we sat back and said, I said with the movies, and Pops agreed with me, kind of was the inspiration to, oddly enough, the zombie films that we have today. George Romero, when he started with his, you watch this and you say, oh, he just, this is a ripoff of George Romero. No, that's just turned around the other way. The thing is the monsters in I Am Legend are supposed to be mutated humans into vampires. But they kind of have a zombie-esque way of going about. But yeah, please read the book, watch those videos, watch whatever Pops has, because he's great. He really is. He knows his crap. So, do that. And I think Mike's still away, so I'm going to continue on talking. I do have plans, of course, to bring back the gaming. We've gotten over the last disaster now that we have, and I'm starting to feel pumped and ready to do so. So be on the lookout for contraband police comrades as I guard the border of Afghanistan, especially from those nefarious people from Upsanska, that Wupa Tupa wants to send over. So I'll be going into that. I want to do, of course, Bolt Gun, the 40K first-person shooter that's done in the style of the night. They want to call it boomer shooter, and I don't know why. Because when Doom came out and stuff like that, it was our generation that was doing that. And so I want to do that. Space Marines in that fashion. It is connected to the Space Marine games. So that's kind of a fun thing as well. So I hope to be playing that soon. Let's see. What else is there? I could sit back and talk about? I'm sure Cash Monet would sit back and say that the cranky old fans is coming back, and I'm tanned, rested, and ready for it, folks. I really, really am. I think it's when we do our platform change. And of course, thank you very much, our scientific advisor, Dr. DJ Ronnie G. He also spins the discs at the nightclubs and all that. Has the pretty women alongside of him, constantly scantily clad, with their little turtle buttons because, well,
Turtles.
turtles. I like turtles, and they like nerds. Back to you,
Well,
Mike.
I thought they liked pizza. There's specifically four of them:
Mhm.
Leonardo,
Well,
Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael.
but in some ways, isn't the name just April O'Neil? Isn't she kind of a little nerdy, geeky, being that she's in the news business and knows all that stuff?
Yeah,
Cameras. Yeah, she's
yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
geeky, right? She's not on a level deep.
She was a redhead in the
Oh,
animated
that's true.
series. She was the one that would get on her computer and use the early days of the internet, even in the cartoon series, to try to help the turtles find out what's going on.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm.
She was an
AOL.
intuitive reporter.
Yes. Yeah, she was what reporters should be. Isn't it funny that an animated reporter with turtles, you would sit back and trust over all the others? Honestly, really.
Yeah, she was the one that was getting into the news.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everyone
Cowabunga.
is pish poshing it. She's the one going, something's going on here. She called the turtles and say, hey guys, there's something going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's what really ticked me off about Michael Bay's Ninja Turtle movies. Casting Megan Fox as April O'Neil, it's like, come on.
He had something up. He had something about her. Megan Fox did things to him. I think not physically. Well, maybe I don't know. I'm just saying that. I think that
she and Michael Bay did have a falling out after Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, but I think he had the hots for her though too.
I mean, I had the hots for her in the first Transformers movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, but I look at her now and going, "What the fuck? Plastic surgery, not a good idea."
No. And having tattoos that make you look like a NASCAR, same thing. You're gonna get tattoos. Make it true art. Not this year, this year, this year. It's like, oh, I see you got sponsorship. Oh, great.
What are we doing? Connecting the dots?
Yeah. Hey, look, you got an Amoco sign on your ass. You know they're BP now, right?
Hey, she's got a champion tattoo on her shoulder. Hey, Marlboro on her ankle.
And Joe on her midriff.
5-hour energy is on her ass. Her co-star Amanda Seyfried and Jennifer's Body, honestly, way hotter in my opinion, but she's just as mentally screwed up as every other person in Hollywood. Yeah, it's that Hollywood mentality.
Yeah. Wait until you see what she's got, down below for her advertisement.
I don't want to know.
Tampax. Toe thumbs. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought she was a beautiful woman when I saw her in the first Transformers live action movie.
Oh yeah,
but
and the handlers get on, and you gotta do this, you gotta do that, blah blah, crap, and they don't think for themselves, and yeah.
But
It's really hard for me to get excited over Hollywood starlets. It really is.
But when I saw her in Expendables 4, it's like, yeah, I'm just trying to act, and I'm not really a good actress. It's like, God, this girl can't act.
Yeah.
She showed some promise in her early career that maybe she'd be a very talented actress, but watching her in Expendables 4, yep. And she just had that blank stare on her face. It's like, okay, the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yeah, I mean, give me Sydney Sweeney. So, I think if you went out with Sydney Sweeney, it'd be a wild time too. I'm not doing sexual innuendos here either. I'm just saying, it's just like it'd be a party.
Mm-hmm.
A party. But I mean, again, I'm the one that really ranks Karen Allen way up there on the number scale. I mean, he's like, well, why that? I mean, she's tomboyish and she doesn't really have breasts and she doesn't really have this. No, she's hot. Shut your mouth. She's hot.
Shut your pie hole.
Yep.
Come on, Bear.
Exactly.
Say it right. Shut your pie hole.
Shut your pie hole. Indiana Jones was a fool to let her go.
I thought she was cute. I thought she was sexy in her own way.
Girl Next Door. And we get to see her butt in Animal House. Unfortunately, we got to see Donald Pleasant's butt too. Not Donald Pleasant. Donald Sutherland.
Yeah. I knew who you meant. That's why I still went.
No, it's like let's get back to the window scene. But yeah, it's really hard to get really excited. About the only one really is Sydney Sweeney for me. She's blonde and she got naturals and all that. I want to see her play Power Girl. After they get rid of Gunny, I want her to play the Power Girl.
Yeah, but you have to have someone who does a proper Power Girl.
I think she would. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'm talking
what I
about.
mean about that, Baron, is you have to have someone that looks at the Power Girl comics,
yeah,
and takes from whatever comics they decide to take from to do a proper story that fits the character, that introduces people to the character who may not even know who the character is.
Right. Power Girl knows she's hot, she's flirty, but don't get on her bad side.
No. Power Girl does say in some comics, a lot of comics, eyes up here.
Yep. Oh, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great for a poster, a teaser poster? Eyes up here.
Mm-hmm.
And you had her dressed up as Power Girl. That'd be hysterical. Yeah, they did get married, but then they got divorced in the other one. It's like, stop that bullshit. I'm tired of having our heroes, at least, that's one thing I have to give high props to Picard, is that they kept Troy and Riker together.
Yep. I thought with the way the trend was going that we would find out that Will and Deanna got divorced.
Right. And I'm tired of that. There's one thing I have to give praise to with Picard is, hey, at least they're still together.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Picard, it is pretty much official now that Avengers Doomsday is going to be Patrick Stewart's last role, as he is officially fully retiring from acting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's up there. He's really up there.
So I do want to take the time to thank him for what he gave us with Captain Picard, as far as 7 seasons of Next Generation are concerned. and also the 4 Next Generation based movies.
Right. The guest starring on DS9 for their first episode. Providing his voice for certain projects that were out there, games and such. They never got him for STO though.
Which is a shame.
It is a shame. You know, his part that he had in Excalibur, I Claudius as Serjanus, where he's playing a bad guy.
Oh, come on, man. How could you not mention Robin Hood? From this day forth.
Well, I was working.
From this day forth, all toilets in the kingdom shall be known as John. Probably misquoted it. But...
Well, see, Jet. Here's the problem with this. This is a really
she wasn't the lead. Sydney Sweeney was not the lead.
The movie was bad. It sucked. No matter
it was
what
bad. It sucked, and they tried to uglify her.
Yeah. There's nothing that Sydney, that's Sydney's fault in that. It's every other person that's behind the scenes and trying to do the DEI thing and make a stupid story.
Even Dakota Johnson has said that movie was bad.
Oh yeah, on the press junkets.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started doing an apology tour, and damn, she's cute.
Oh yeah. And Jet says, yeah, if you're really going to pass down the torch down to the next generation, have the parents be the heroes. Yeah, they're just older, and now they're just mentors. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the thing. Well, what do you think Mr. Miyagi was to Daniel's son? Mm-hmm. Daniel LaRusso. He was his mentor.
Mm-hmm. Look at Batman and Batman Beyond. When I mean that,
Bruce was a mentor to, Dick Grayson, aka Robin.
Right.
He then became a mentor to Terry McGillis.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and then if you want to go with the Dark Knight Returns, Carrie Kelly, I think her name is, or whatever, but the young lady who dressed up as Robin and forced her way into becoming the sidekick. One of the most believable race swaps and gender swap you could do to a character. The other ones are gone. She's fascinated by Batman. She makes a Robin outfit and then forces her way to be his sidekick. Beautiful. Frank Miller did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it. But
you can present strong female characters that fans can get behind. You don't just put them in there and say we're putting this character in there because women have never had representation. I will still stand by Supergirl 1984.
Yeah. The movie may have been bad, but
excuse me, at least they tried. They did try.
They did. I don't know about what this glass is thinking, but I tell you.
Sydney Sweeney in that Madam Web movie was wearing glasses. They also tried to dress her in such a way where she looked homely. And here, I'll bring a picture so you have a reference.
I never saw the movie. I didn't really care to, but I tell you
I didn't either.
Women in glasses.
I liked women in glasses.
Oh, Linda Carter in Wonder Woman when she was Diana Prince. Oh, it's just that librarian look. Oh, librarian / teacher / professor look. Yeah.
Okay, so Dakota Johnson.
Mm-hmm. She's a pretty lady. That's an interesting outfit.
Huh? Doesn't look bad.
No, doesn't at all.
Neither does it.
And now, so is this like where you can pick which one? It's like, can you have more than one?
Try to see if they actually have clips from the movie.
Yeah.
Besides press junket.
I was just gonna say that's great that that IMDb has all that press junket stuff we want to see. Yeah. And that's Dakota Johnson there. She looks good in glasses.
No, that's Sydney Sweeney, dude.
That's Sydney Sweeney? Oh, she looks good. I want to say she's uglified. Holy cow.
All right. That's still Sydney Sweeney. They got more pictures from their time on the red carpet and stuff than from the actual movie.
Tells you something, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wouldn't say ugly at all. That's that. She looks like that shy kid that's in school. That's the wallflower and doesn't know how beautiful they are. That's what she looks like to me.
It looks like one of the girls I knew in high school.
Yeah. I wouldn't say they did a horrible job of uglifying her because I think she's still freaking cute.
No, folks, we are not doing a watch party on Madam Web. No.
Oh, I hear the release date though for Supergirl.
I saw an article where they're going to fast track it supposedly, according to the rumor.
Yeah, next month I think. So I guess I'm going to be seeing it sooner than later.
I'm waiting for the rental price to go down.
Yeah.
I ain't paying $24 or $40.
Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Pepsi Cola.
I mean that's also why I'm glad that excuse me, Project Hail Mary is on Prime right now, and since I have Prime, it's like okay, cool. We're watching it because, like I said the other day, on Sunday, I was thinking about Born on the 4th of July, but then I was also thinking, and you brought it up, you must have been reading my mind that night. There's a lot of depressing parts in that movie.
Yeah, actually, I can't remember. Somebody in the chat, I think, said that. I just said that all that was a propaganda film for a campaign movie for the guy because he was running for office, and it's like, oh. Yeah, I like mousy girls. I love them. I guess I love them all, as long as they're real.
Well, that's what I prefer to people in general. Are you real?
Mm-hmm. I'm plastic. AI.
No, Cash is the AI.
Oh, that's right. His system crashed.
Yeah, I need an update. My operating system is out of date.
Yeah, it's been out of date.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that.
I think Sydney Sweeney looks great as a dressed up mousy.
Yeah, but I think she would look great as Power Girl. Just saying.
She would look fantastic as Power Girl. And besides, that's Marvel. We're talking about DC with Power Girl.
I know.
No, I'm just answering to Jet Sparks about that. So that's a different distinction.
But anything else for you? Going once, going twice. Okay.
Oh,
So-
I'll be going to an Alan Moore lookalike contest next month. So back to you.
Well, just make sure you have your jaw open so Fly can enter.
I got practice.
Yeah. But real quick, I do want to take the time to, of course, thank the Guardian of the Void, the Keeper of the Dragons herself, Lady Mist. Thank you for Lady Mist. Also, Greg Hume over on Rumble. Thank you very much for stopping by tonight. Tommy of Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Thank you for stopping by, Tommy. Really appreciate it. And of course, Baron Orman Tagge. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
And of course, Wolvie. Good to see you, Wolvie. And of course, Shane. Dorker. Jetsbox. Nerd.
Turtles.
DJ Ronnie G.
And it's turtles.
Oh, Lester, thank you very much. Tim.
Tim.
Some Norwegian guy.
Norway.
Some guy from
What did
Norway.
they ever? Yeah. What has Norway ever contributed to the world?
I don't know. I don't know. What has Norway contributed? I don't know. Just kidding, Jace. Just kidding.
Lutefisk.
That I want to be. Thank you very much.
That I wanna be.
Also, Gary, thank you very much.
He looks threatening.
Gary's a good dude. A good dude.
Yeah, but he's got that, M16, M4. I don't know. I couldn't tell fully.
And Pops, thank you very much. Also, Lady Mist with a $2 super sticker. Also, I didn't mention it yesterday. I should have, and I didn't. I also want to thank you, Lady Mist, for that $2 super sticker you gave us on Sunday night. Thank you very much for the super sticker of the Shiba Inu Farting Hearts. Really appreciate it, Lady Mist. You're very generous. I don't know what I do. I mean, I just run my mouth and, babble on. Not Babylon 5, but I babble on.
Yeah. After a binging Taco Bell for a whole month because I was challenged to, I farted hard too. It took a couple operations to get back in.
But Lady Mist, really appreciate it. You're always here. You're always supportive, whether it be Pop Talk, whether it be a game stream. And again, everybody, thank you for the love you expressed on Sunday as I talked about the passing of my friend Rasheen. And I'm seeing a few things in relation to trying to get him buried, but I've got to get more information before I release that out to you guys to see what we can do to help.
And of course,
to give him a proper burial.
And of course, everyone who showed support, of course, of me losing my sweet little lunkhead honey, which happened on the same day. Friday was not a good day, I tell you.
No. And like I said, I've been crying all week, and I was even crying Sunday before the show because I don't care that he wasn't my blood brother. He was like a brother to me. He was like a younger brother to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really going to miss him. Even seeing pictures that people have posted that they took with him, and it's like, that's Rasheen, always with a smile on his face. But, he was a good man, good father, good loving father to his 4 kids. I'm going to miss him. But I also know he would have gotten a laugh about what we're talking about tonight. Mm-hmm. Especially when we started making jokes. He would have jumped right in. I know he would have.
Yeah, the water's good. Just stay away from if Cash is in there. It gets warm over there.
But everybody, thank you so very much. And also just want to let you know that tomorrow I'm going to try to finish another game this week. And that game I'm going to try to finish is Mouse PI for Hire. So that'll start at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And we'll see if I can do just that, if I can actually finish the game. Meanwhile, Baron, I just saw a fly go into your mouth. There you go, some protein.
Yeah, I got a couple flies. The dogs sometimes take their time coming into the house, and you have to open the door, and it's like the flies take their opportunity, and now they're in here and they're just flying around.
And of course, I've got to send him a new invite, but I will do that right after the show. But Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, it'll be episode number 31 or 32. I think it's 31.
Wow.
Episode 31 of The Adventure Continues, a Star Trek discussion, where I will be joined by Stone Cold Loki to watch and discuss the movie that inspired Nicholas. Not the movie, but the episode that inspired the movie for Nicholas Meyer and Harv Bennett. And that episode of the original series, and I completely fucked that up, I know. But that episode of the original series is going to be Space Seed.
Mm-hmm.
The very seed that spawned the Wrath of Khan.
Who would have thought?
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought?
So, yeah, it's going to be fun to watch, discuss the episode with Loki, get his thoughts on the episode, his thoughts on the fact that out of all the original 79 episodes, it was that episode that made them go.
Mm-hmm.
There's our sequel. There's our villain.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. And then, of course, this Sunday on Pop Talk will be a watch party, and it will be Project Hail Mary. So, everybody, thank you for being here. If you haven't done so already, please share out the stream, repost the stream over on YouTube and Rumble, and hit that like button. Subscribe to Baron, subscribe to Cash, and consider following Pacific414 on YouTube, Blaze, and Rumble. I know you only subscribe on YouTube, but it's all the same thing. Just different terminology. But everybody, you have a good one. And remember two things. I'm not just a baseball guy. I'm an all-around guy. And when I play a game, don't give up on me playing that game, because just when you do, you might miss something. You might miss something, especially when I'm fighting for. Have a good night, all.
Take care.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Pacific414 Pop Talk is here. Sit back and relax and join the conversation. We've got Baron Orman Tagge, Cash Money 007, and even Mike too. Pop culture, entertainment, news and reviews. Discussions I'll have, opinions made from the panel to the chat. Everyone is welcome here. Reactions, watch parties, and special guests. We like to have a good time. Pacific414 Pop Talk is underway. Pull up a seat, we're inviting you to stay. Articles, collectibles, reviews, you say. Baron, Cash, and Mike bring the fun tonight. Now sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Don't forget to like or comment below. We almost forgot to share out the show. Pacific414 Pop Talk is one of a kind. It's true.